Hey, Rocky. Currently in gym? Good. Love to hear that people are going to the gym, doing lots of exercise and stuff. So I actually haven't gone to the gym today, and it's because I've given myself this editing deadline, and it's not done yet, so I'm going to crack on, keep editing, get this video out tonight. And then tomorrow, I'll do lots of exercise. So tomorrow I'm planning to go to the gym, then go on a run. Oh, it's going to be a lot of exercise. But yeah, thank you for joining the stream today, Rocky. And yeah, a bit of a different stream today, gamers, because like I said, I've got this deadline. This is discipline week, and I've got to be disciplined to stick to this deadline. So I have been editing for hours today, but not done yet. It looks like I am going to finish tonight, though, if I crack on. Now, time is of the essence with this edit, because it's actually Nintendo Switch 2 content, right? And that's currently like trending, it's a trending topic and everything, so I need to be pretty speedy and get my video out today. Or I'll be too late to the party, you know? Too late to the party for Nintendo Switch videos. So yeah, I'm just getting that out today, making sure it's done. I'm making good progress on it anyway. Now let's do the Discord notifications, of course. So everyone knows I'm live in the Discord. There we go. My thumbnail makes me laugh today. My thumbnail makes me laugh. Using Henry Cavill now as the picture, since people keep bringing it up so much. The resemblance, so I'm like, well, I may as well start using Henry Cavill's face. Hey, bad medic. Yeah, I may as well start using Henry Cavill's face if almost every stream someone brings up the so-called resemblance. Hey, bad medic, how you doing? Are you ready to watch me edit some videos? This is like a just chatting stream, I guess. We're going to chat about things. Now, if I finish the edit early, we will do some gaming, but I see myself taking a while doing this. But what I'm going to try and do is crack on, and I'll talk to anyone that talks to me in the chat. But for the most part, I'm going to be cracking on, maybe talking through my edits as I go. For any of you interested in the editing process, which for the most part is just kind of hard work at this stage. Like right now I'm at the cutting stage still, so I'm cutting through the video. And I've given myself a deadline of, well, today to get the video out, and the day's almost over, so yeah. I have done a lot of work on this already. I've done the thumbnail already, got the thumbnail ready. I think I know what I'm going to do for the title, and it's a strategy I've used before, which is I'm going to copy Asmongold's title. He is the bigger fish, I am the smaller fish, kind of eating his, eating the chum that gets kicked up in his wake. That's what I'm doing. But yeah, I will name it the same as Asmongold's video, which is like biggest announcement of the year. Yeah, that's a good title. Anyway, or like biggest gaming announcement of the year, because in my opinion it is as well, yeah. I think it is the biggest announcement this year in gaming, probably will be for the entire year, the Nintendo Switch 2 announcement. It was pretty hype. So yeah, I'm editing that today. Hey, Bakugan, how you doing? I will run the ads now, gamers, so get ready for some lovely advertisements. I'll see you in 3 minutes. Thank you for your patience, guys. Sorry that I have to run ads, but that's just how it be. For which royal role did Judi Dench win an Oscar in the film Shakespeare in Love? Find out when the ad ends in about 3 minutes. Now, to be honest, I'm not very good at trivia because I never know the answer to any of these. So it's going to be a surprise to me. So Judi Dench, I know who she is. So she's the ex-Bond girl, who's now quite an aged lady. Is she still alive? Is Judi Dench still alive? Yes, she is. She's just celebrated her 90th birthday, so she's a spring chicken still. She's fine. 90 years old. Congratulations, Judi Dench. Whoop whoop! Hey, petite Lolita. Yeah, we're doing some editing tonight because I've set myself a deadline and I got to get this video out. So if I'm streaming the editing suite for tonight. So what I'll do tonight is I'll crack on and I'll talk to you guys as the messages come up, and I'll kind of talk to you. I'll talk through the editing process as I go. I don't know if there's going to be too much to talk about, but I'll do my best because a lot of it's just going to be like mindless cutting through the video. I might ask you guys some opinions on certain things. It's my granddad's 90th this month. Oh, nice. So he's like, why doesn't he get with, is he single? Is Judi Dench single? That's a good question too. Maybe you could do some matchmaking. It's also his 68th anniversary on the same day. Damn, he's still got someone at 90. I guess he might be the older one in the relationship, right? Edit and chill. All right, that's right. Actually, edit and panic because I need to get this video out. Or else I will feel bad about myself. I don't know how old my grandparents are, to be honest. They're old though. Pretty old these days. So gamers, Judi Dench captivated audiences in the Academy with her portrayal of Queen Elizabeth I, earning her an Oscar. So Judi Dench played Queen Elizabeth I. In the movie Shakespeare in Love. Cool. I'm going to Google Shakespeare in Love. I want to see how old Judi Dench was in that. Shakespeare in Love, Judi. Oh yeah, she was old. Oh shit! No, yeah, I've seen this portrayal of Elizabeth I. I'm not going to show you guys. But yeah, I've seen that portrayal before, yeah. She does look pretty good as Elizabeth I. Like, she does look like her. Okay, gamers. What is up, gamers? Welcome to KorokuGaming, the best channel on YouTube and Twitch. Today, we're just chilling. What, you expect entertainment every day? What do you think I am? You're gonna, how much are you gonna beat this horse? Like, what do you think it's going to achieve? Keep beating this horse? Eventually I won't be around anymore, you know, if you keep... But anyway, yeah, we're doing some Premiere Pro editing. Check it out. Oh, it's happened again. Okay, check this out though, because it's going to work now. Boom! Premiere Pro. Amazing. So as you can see here, gamers, we got Premiere Pro. This is the software I use for editing. Are you intrigued? Why don't we like make the timeline like kind of smaller like this so you can see better, I guess? It makes it harder for me because now the editing window is smaller, but I'd rather you guys can see because I'm selfless and a good guy. But yeah, here we go. Timeline. So, yeah, first thing I'm going to do here. So I like to be in the right workspace for what I'm doing. Right now I'm editing, so I'm just going to check I'm in the editing workspace. I think I am, actually. But I'm going to go to Window, which is up in the top left. You can't see it right now because the bar's covering it, my donation bar. By the way, I've put a new dono goal. And the reason I've done that is because the Switch 2 comes out. Well, pre-orders go live on the 8th. So I've basically put like a Switch 2 pre-order goal up there. So Firemorph has already, what do you call it, contributed like 130 big ones. So I minused off 130 big ones. That's why it's less money than the actual Switch 2 costs. So that's $320 dono goal. Let's see if we can get anywhere close within the next however many days it is. I'm feeling, what do you call it, positive that we might get somewhere. But yeah, every little helps, I guess. It's going to help me get that pre-order so I can make Switch 2 content for you guys. Otherwise, we'll just have to make do with non-Switch 2 content, which is good too. But here we go, gamers. I'm editing this video. Check out the timeline. I'm going to zoom out. Whoa! See how many cuts I've made? Look how many cuts. Bingo, bango. Wait, what's happened to my... Why is it lagging? Oh no, it's fine now. So look how many cuts I've made already. So this stream, let's check out the actual file it comes from. So it's 3 hours, I think. So the actual video is 3 hours and 5 minutes. So right now we've edited it down to around 2 hours and 25. Still way too long. But maybe that's my style of video. Maybe I do longer reactions. I noticed that Asmongold's video, I checked how long his was just to get a yardstick of how long my video should be. His was 1 hour 25. But Asmongold has done lots of other videos that are like super, super long. So I think the reason mine is so much longer is because I know more about Nintendo than Asmongold. I know more about the games. I've played more of them. Asmongold, like, he's not really a Nintendo fan, really. Like, he pretty much just played World of Warcraft for most of his life, then started playing games, like, within the last couple of years. So he hasn't actually played a lot of these. He doesn't have much to say on them, so that's why mine's so long, I think. But I am still going to cut it down as far as I can, because I don't want people having to watch super long videos for no reason. I want there to be content in these. So that's kind of the way I think about cutting down these videos. Like, I don't want much wasted time of my viewers. So everything in the video has to have a reason for being there, whether it's to help with the flow of the video, whether I'm explaining a point that I think people might find interesting or you know, entertaining to listen to. I want everything in the video to have a point of being there. So my style of editing when I'm cutting, I typically like, what I do is I go through the video sequentially, right? So I start at the beginning. I usually cut out a big bit of the start if it's a stream, because the start is just like the loading of the stream and stuff. And then I got the intro in there and da-da-da-da-da. Now the first part of the video is the most important, because that's when people are most likely to click off your video. So you've got to make sure the start is good. So the start's got to be a little punchy, like, okay, this is what we're doing, boom. Or like, and it has to have like a hook. Like maybe you're like, you might say something like, this is probably a bad example, but you might say something like, watch till the end of the video and I'll give your nan a cookie or something. And then you might have a very happy nan, so you're going to keep watching. You know, you get a reward at the end. So something like that. And then what I do is I try to do a very fine first pass, so I don't have to do as many passes. So I'm kind of very focused on cutting through, kind of like sifting, I guess like a fine-tooth comb kind of. So I go through very, very thoroughly on the first pass. So I'm about here in the video. So I've edited about, this is a lot of work, by the way, to edit an hour 20. I've edited almost an hour 20 of video today. Well, I've cut that much over there. So it's about an hour 20 long right now, all the stuff I've cut. And then we got this mess to cut next. And yeah, this will be a pretty simple reaction video. I think because it's getting late now, so this video... Hey, thank you for the follow, 05 Fast 7. So yeah, this video needs to come out kind of soon because to capitalize on the hype of like the Switch 2 announcement, it needs to come out soon because otherwise it's too late. So it's already been a day since the announcement. The announcement was yesterday. So I did the live stream yesterday, which was, yeah, pretty good timing. I mean, I did it a bit later than most people. But still, we did it. And then started cutting this up today, and I kind of need to get this out today. Or tonight at the very latest. Like, yeah, it needs to come out. Because otherwise, no one's going to watch it, because it's too late. People already know all about the Switch 2. They're not going to watch my Switch 2 video that's like a couple days late. Asmon has an editor as well. Yeah, he does. So basically, Asmongold doesn't do the editing himself, which is smart. Of course he doesn't. Like, why would he? It makes much more sense for Asmongold, because he is where he is in his streaming career and everything, and video making career. It makes a lot more sense for him to do the performance on the live stream, and then he hands the videos over to his editors. The editors do everything for him. They manage his channel and everything. And he is kind of, you know, he's the leader of the ship, but his editors pretty much do their thing and just consult him about, you know, certain things to do with the edits. But yeah, that's actually the smart way to run it if you're as big as Asmongold. But because I'm a tiny baby content creator, I have to do it myself. Otherwise you know, I can't afford right now to pay editors. Although I have paid editors in the past. I made some friends online that wanted to edit for me. And then I was like, well, if you're editing for me, I'm going to have to pay you. And we had a good relationship where I was paying them for videos when I could. I've had to stop that recently, much to my dismay, but it's because I currently don't have the money to pay editors. But I'm hopeful that will change in the future. So in the future, once I do have the revenue to start paying editors again, there's going to be a lot more videos released each day, and then you'll also get better quality videos that I'll probably edit myself in the background. Like I'll do longer, harder projects myself, because it will free up time for myself to do the hard projects, like the interesting ones, you know. And then the daily content will be managed by editors in the future. That's how I see myself doing it. That's how a lot of other YouTubers do it. Yeah. I mean, alternatively, what I could do is, once I got to a certain size, I could start doing videos less frequently, like one big video a month, but it's like a big video. That's what some YouTubers do. It just depends what it depends on your style. I don't know what my end game style would be on YouTube. We'll just have to see. I'll have to keep going and see what I end up doing. You never know for certain. I can only give a rough idea of what I think's going to happen, or how I could see myself creating content in the future. How are you guys doing, by the way? Thank you for joining the stream today. Judi Dench is fantastic. Yeah, she's pretty good. Wasn't she in James Bond and stuff? As like the gadget lady? Or like the manager of the spy organization? And also she was a Bond girl in her youth, I think. What a perfect venue for me to shit on Premiere Pro. Well, there's not much to shit on here because, what do you call it? Look how smooth my timeline is. Check this out. Wait, can you even see this on your screens? Wait a second. I think there might be something wrong with the way OBS picks up this window. Yeah, there's something wrong with the way OBS picks up the window, so you're not even seeing my program monitor. What the heck? Okay, so I gotta work out OBS. I've got to use a different way of capturing this, because that's not working. Or is it a different reason? Like, what is the reason here, eh? What is the reason? Yeah, I wonder why this isn't working. So you're not actually seeing... So you can see me scrub the timeline. This is strange. This is very strange. You can see me scrub the timeline. You can't see the the program output. You can't see what's happening here on the screen up there. So I have to find a different way of window capturing because this isn't working. So I was using window capture. That's not going to work. So let's instead try and use screen capture. Now, this might be a problem because the other day I tried to use screen capture and guess what? Wasn't working. So I'm just going to remove my window capture. Let's do a screen capture and hope it works. So... well, now where even is it? Where even is it on here? Video window, wait, what? Where's desktop capture, display capture? There it is. Create new display capture. Capture method automatic. Select display. I'll select my display. Oh, is it working today? Yay, it's working today! So you can see this. Beautiful. So now you can see... so look how smooth my timeline is, right? When I scrub, like, look at the video. Look, I can move it around really fast. Look how freaking fast that is. So to get a Premiere Pro timeline this fast, you have to know a lot about Premiere. But luckily I do, so my timeline is like silky smooth. Makes editing so easy when it's this smooth, god damn it. I used to have to edit like a snail because my timeline would always be choppy and shit because I didn't know enough about how to like make the timeline efficient on Premiere. But now I've learned it, so that's fine. It's got a learning curve. It's got a learning curve. You got to make sure your files are in the exact right format. And you use the exact right workflow. But if you know those things, then God does it fly. Oh yeah, I should put some music on. What am I doing? I can even make it so you guys can hear the music, but I can't. So that if I need to lock in on the video audio, I can just switch it. That's good. Hey, Lo-Fi Master. Yo! How you doing? Just gonna catch up with chat. Why isn't the music playing? Oh, it just took a while to load. There you go. Full forehead reveal when? What do you mean full forehead reveal? Haven't I revealed my forehead? Look, it starts from here, it goes to here. Well, oh, you mean like you want my whole forehead, like the other side as well? But this is pretty much my whole forehead. I mean, if I move this away. There you go. Pretty much that's my forehead. Like, it's just on the other side, it's pretty much the same as this side. Ha! But yeah. So there you go, forehead reveal. Don't start the bingo bango without adding the bongo. What are you talking about, Koripio? What does this mean? Hey, Koripio. Hey, Ultrachronic. Hey, Vonov. How you doing? Work is crazy today. What are you doing? Thanks for following, 05. Are you a secret agent or just a master of disguise? Oh, yes, because it's like a spy code name, your name. What about volunteer editors? I mean, I could do volunteer editing, I guess. But I don't know. I feel like editing you should get paid for because it's time-consuming and hard. Like, especially since, like, I would need a pretty quick release schedule, so the editing would be like, it would take like all day. It would be like a real job. Like, editing is kind of like it is a real job, you know, like, say if I had a live stream, I needed editing, you'd want it edited by the next day, or by latest the day after. That's like a lot of hours that someone has to spend in the editing suite. Also, there is a certain standard now that I expect my channel to have on the videos and people expect from me, and yeah, to have a volunteer that would be willing to work those long hours and actually like make the videos good, I don't think it's unlikely to work out, but I mean it's possible. It's possible that I could find some volunteer editors. Just see what works for you when it comes to your vids. I'm, well, very tired though. How are you? Oh, how come you're tired today? I'm doing okay. I guess I'm not that tired today, but I haven't done my exercise, so I feel a bit like I need exercise, basically. Yeah, today I've just been in my chair editing. You had to make proxies for hours? Oh yeah, this morning. That was such a time waste. That was such a time waste. So, my proxies don't take too long to make. What took a long time today was generating the audio waveform for this video. So the audio waveforms, or the peak files, which which gives you this display, which is kind of very useful. You see this where you can see the waveform of the audio? To generate those audio waveform files took ages, and it was like lagging my computer this morning. But the proxies themselves, like generating those doesn't actually take too long for me, and I can edit while they're being generated. But the peak files were slowing me down today. I think because this video has more than one audio track, it lags it more. Like the more audio tracks you have, the longer it will take to generate the peak files. Thanks for lurking, Thymorth. Enjoy your lurking while we tackle the editing chaos. Why does it think it's going to be chaos? Is it going to be editing, what do you call it? Editing bliss, not chaos. It started buffering after I subscribed. Screw you, universe. Damn you, universe. Why you do this? And thank you so much for the tier 1, Koripio. That is massively appreciated, Koripio. All the subs, prime subs, bits, donos right now are going towards the Switch 2 pre-order, so that I can make Switch 2 content come June the 5th, which is when it's coming out. Yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. Pretty cool. So, if I manage to get a pre-order, I will be very committed to making sure I do all the best Switch 2 content I have. So, you know, unboxing, I'll bring you right through the unboxing to the day one software experience to maybe a mini review, maybe a full review. And yeah, I'll check out the games as well. We'll do some gaming live streams like we always do, but it's going to be on like Mario Kart World and games like that. I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be a good idea if I can do that. I think it'll be good for the channel. Especially since I've had like every single Nintendo console since the N64. The only ones I never had were the SNES and the NES. So I've even had, or at least used the handhelds before. So I'm talking like I used the Game Boy Color, Advance, SP, DS, DSi, 3DS, new 3DS. Like I've played with them all, so I know my Nintendo stuff. Oh no, the stream keeps buffering today. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Koripio. It's probably a bandwidth issue. It could be my end. It says it's fine though. So it says here that the am I missing any frames? No, I'm not. I'm not skipping any frames due to encoding or rendering. Where's my network lag? How do I look at that? Oh, drop frames network, nothing. So I think it's your side today. I don't think it's my side. So it's probably your internet today is being a bitch, or something's being a bitch down the chain of connection. So it might not be your internet, it might be the Twitch servers. It might be something. Might be your ISP or another ISP. Petite Lolita's gathering paperwork and bills and errands today, now having a tea and trying to relax. I hate the bills and errands like day of the month. Like I have a couple of days of the month where I'm just like looking at all my money stuff. It's so boring. It takes like a long time as well. It takes like a few hours. Work night shift until 6 AM today. Stay up through Thursday to sleep tonight. So pretty much been awake since 3 PM yesterday. Oh shit, Chronic. Well, I hope you can get some rest soon. Koripio says, excellent. I've seen the preview and it looks fantastic. And the video I saw a while back was pure ASMR. Oh, you mean the Switch 2? Yeah. So the Switch 2 ASMR video was weird. That was a weird video where it was the trailer with all the weird noises. Are you talking about that? Because I thought that was I thought that was weird ASMR as well. Oh, so it's only lagging for you, Coripio. That sucks. I hate internet issues. They're so annoying. Money stuff is so stressful because I don't have it. Well, you're in good company here, Petite Lolita. I also don't have it. I worked out this month that every month, because of the current bill payments and debt payment situation I'm in, every month I'm like breaking even to zero. Even though I'm like working pretty hard, I'm making like decent money every month. Like it's not, well, I guess it's not decent, but for me it's decent. Coming from delivery driving, which was really shit, is decent. And yeah, but it's all right because I'm getting myself, like, I'm paying back the debts, so I'm getting myself out of that situation as each month goes by. But yeah, it's pretty stressful. It's pretty stressful always going back to zero every month. It's like, yay, I got paid the next day. It's all gone. Relatable. Well, a lot of people are in this kind of situation. Money's hard to get if you're I don't know, if you're a normal person, I guess. I think most of the world is technically poor, right? And then, yeah, that's how it is right now. And the wealth inequality getting worse every day. But it's fine, gamers, because one day I will be the richest man on the planet Earth, and then I'll buy everyone a nice steak dinner. Coripio says, if it helps, I work in networking and infrastructure, and I'm in the same boat. Oh, right, with like every month, like pretty much not being able to save anything. Damn it! Yeah, I think a lot of people are. So, it's funny, actually. Let's talk about the way that people are handling the inflation. I notice this a lot of the time. So, this is what I'm talking about, okay? So, lots of people today were really complaining about the price of the Switch 2. Now, if you were here during my Switch 2 reaction, right? Where they were showing the prices and everything. So I was pretty positive about the price, even with the price rise of the games. And that's because I kind of understand that since 2017, which is when the Switch came out, inflation has hit 30% since then. So that means all of our currency, so I'm talking about the US dollar right here as the standard, right? So the US dollar has, inflation has gone 30%, right? So the US dollar has lost value. Which means that the price rise of 30% for the Nintendo games, all they're doing is tracking inflation, really. So even though the new games, they seem more expensive, they're actually the same price as they were in 2017, it's just the money is less valuable. Now, does this mean, like, so it's not really, like, massively Nintendo's fault for the price rise. It's the out-of-control inflation, which is a bitch. Like, inflation is terrible. And the reason everyone's feeling the squeeze so much is because our wages in general have not risen in line with inflation. So that means you're not getting paid 30% more than you did in 2017. You're actually getting paid less in most cases because the value of your currency has gone down and you're getting paid a similar wage, like in dollars, right? So yeah, adjusting for inflation, the new price of the games of $80 is actually the same price they were in 2017. It's just they've risen the prices by the amount of inflation, and then the actual price of the console is actually a good price for the hardware, right? And it's only, so in today's money, the Switch 2 is $58 more expensive than the Switch was back in 2017. So if you adjust for inflation and we're using today's money, right, then the Switch 2 is $58 more in today's money than the Switch was. So the Switch would be, adjusting for inflation, $390 today. So yeah, it's about $58 more. And from the... and that's justified, right? $58 more. You're actually getting more value, I think, because the Switch 2 is massively more powerful than the Switch. So I actually think the console price itself is actually very good. Like the Switch 2 is actually a very low price for what it is. But it's just the currency is worth less these days. If you get what I mean. So yeah, a lot of people are very miffed about the prices. They're like, what the heck? How can it be this expensive? But the truth of the matter is inflation since 2017 is 30%. And the prices of the games have gone up 30%. And then the console is actually better value than it was in 2017, in my opinion. Like $58 more for the amount, the improvement of the Switch 2 over the Switch, it's crazy. So, yeah. That's my thoughts on it anyway. That's why I'm more positive than a lot of other creators. I think a lot of other creators, they know their audience hates price rises. So what they do is they feed the audience what they want, I think, sometimes. Because, obviously, like, I'm sure most YouTubers, especially large content creators, they understand money better than they're letting on, right? So they understand inflation and all this stuff, but they don't give any points at all to Nintendo at all. So what they do is they just trash Nintendo and talk about the negative sides of the price increases. They say they're very greedy and all of this stuff. And they don't look at the facts that the games are bigger and better than ever. I mean, the new Mario Kart looks about double the game of the last one, if you ask me. And it's the same price adjusting for inflation as the last game. So that's not too bad if you think about it through. If you think through, like, inflation sucks, but it is the reality of the economy we're in. So, like, anyway, that's what I think anyway. So does it suck that the prices are more expensive for us because we literally have less money than we did in 2017, most of us? Yes, it sucks. But it's also like Nintendo aren't the ones that control the inflation. It's just happened. It's just the reality we're in. I think if YouTubers said the price wasn't bad, a lot of people would accuse them. Well, this is funny. This is funny because, so Moist Critical was trashing the price of the new stuff, right? But I'm being more positive. But I'm fucking skint. And Moist Criticalism is very wealthy and well off. Like, he gets tons of money every month. So it's kind of funny, isn't it, that I'm more positive about the price despite being... I'm probably more poor than the average person complaining. Like, I just said that I have 0. At the end of each month, I go back to 0 at the moment. So, yeah, I'm not exactly wealthy or anything, not at all. But, yeah, I'm just more fair about the prices and stuff, I guess. I understand why they had to rise the price. So games have not risen in line with inflation for years and years and years. They've been $60 games since, like, the Super Nintendo, right? $60 when the Super Nintendo was out was worth a lot more than it is now. So yeah, $60 back then was probably the same as, like, you know, $200 today. In today's money. So yeah, games haven't been rising in line with inflation, and they just did this time. They just did since 2017. They decided to raise the game prices. It's been coming along. I've been thinking this is going to come eventually. The games rising in price. Yeah, I always knew it was coming. It just happened to be Nintendo that decided to kick it up a notch this time. Everyone thought it would be GTA 6. Everyone thought it would be GTA 6 that would decide to raise the price, but it was Nintendo first. Buy me a nice potato dinner. I don't eat steak. Oh, are you vegetarian now, Petite Lolita? I don't eat steak either. But I just bought everyone steak because that's what most people want. I don't think I'd be very popular if I bought everyone a potato dinner. Like, I'm the richest man in the world. Now I will feed you potato. Just like, potato? But yeah, I'll feed you potato, Petite. You can have potato, everyone else can have... Well, most people can have steak. Some people can have potatoes, I guess. Ultrachronic says, I think if YouTubers said the price... Oh yeah, I read that already. Yeah, flaunting their YouTube wealth. Yeah, I think, like, the top creators, they're very good at giving the audience what they want, so... I think that's part of it. So they'd rather make a one-sided video where they're just trashing Nintendo for being greedy rather than think of the positive aspects. Now, as a gamer and consumer of games, I've always preferred Nintendo compared to most of the other AAA companies, right? And it's for a few reasons. So firstly, Nintendo, they make better games, and the delivery, they deliver very high quality games on point of delivery without any like day one patches and broken shit released most of the time. So that's good. Another good point is that they treat their talent very well. So the talented devs they tend to keep on at their studios. Some people have been working at Nintendo's for decades. Some of their best creators have been making games there for decades, and I think that's just really good. So in Western development studios, what they tend to do is they have high turnover rates, so people work there for a couple of years and they get fired and replaced with someone cheaper, that kind of thing. Nintendo don't do that. They keep their talent and they respect their talent. I think that's good. What else is good about Nintendo? Well, they protect their IPs, which some people find annoying, but it means that fans of the IPs are well treated. So if you're a Mario fan, got you covered. Metroid, like all of their IPs, they release games for them. There are some studios that just don't do that. Like Microsoft don't make good Halo games anymore, and you know they don't treat their IPs well. So that's good. And just as someone who likes games, these are all good points. Now the exclusives are very good for their consoles. Now that makes the console you buy from them more valuable. It makes it a better sell, because like I've never regretted buying a Nintendo console, because they always make good games for their console. Like every generation, there's always plenty of fantastic games, innovative games, and everything. Your favorite IPs. Yeah. So as like just a gamer, they're good. Like they have some anti-consumer policies, of course. Which are quite frustrating, but on the whole, they're pretty good. Like I just want good games, to be honest. So they're good at delivering good games. So yeah, I prefer them over most of the AAA studios and big gaming companies. And I would rather they did their own Nintendo thing rather than copy what everyone else is doing and just become like everyone else, because that'd be boring. So yeah, I'm kind of like a lot of negative things can be said about Nintendo, of course, but there's a lot of positive as well, I find. If you look at the prices of games back in the 90s and add inflation to today's prices, really expensive. You're exactly Ultrachronic. So because game prices haven't risen with inflation, it was always coming. It was always coming. So what's kept the game prices down was the growth of the industry. So the gaming industry is being boom, growing, which means they're making more and more sales, right? Every time. And because they're making more and more sales, they don't have to raise the price of the game. Now, what's happened is gaming market has started to reach saturation. And at that point, the only way to keep improving quality and achieving growth in the company is probably to raise price of the games. I mean, the gaming market is still expanding, but at much slower rates than it was before, when we were at like peak gaming expansion. And there's a lot more competition in the market as well for games. Not vegetarian, just don't eat red meat or pork. Oh, I see. Oh yeah, because I saw you eat like salmon and stuff, so yeah, you're not veggie. Big old plate of mashed potatoes, proper comfort food, says Corrupio. That does sound good. Today I had rice, like a big bowl of rice with hummus mixed in. And you know the Domino's garlic and herb sauce? I mixed that in too because there was some in the fridge. From the pizza I had. From the pizza you guys bought me that one time. Yeah, I still had the garlic and herb sauce, so I mixed that in. It was pretty nice. That was pretty comforting. Yakuza series is fantastic. Oh, that's coming on the Switch too. Yeah, I have Yakuza 0. I have it, but I've never played it. I really would like to play it. Hey, Lazy. Hey, Lazy Lagon. Yeah, I would really like to play Yakuza 0, but I haven't done that yet. Maybe I should play it on the Switch too, or maybe I should just... I have it on Steam, so why would I do that? I should just play it on Steam at some point. These days, people are feeling the pinch of inflation and job loss and all the other things are making life difficult. I don't know what they're expecting. Yeah, like... Yeah, that stuff all sucks, but like it doesn't mean that prices for physical things can somehow get cheaper than they used to be. Like, it doesn't really make sense. Like, if inflation is 30%, then you can expect a lot of prices to rise by around 30% in certain sectors. So, yeah, I mean, I think the price of the Switch 2 is actually really, really good for the actual console. They're probably selling that at a loss, or they're selling that, what do you call it? They're not making any profit on the sales of the console. I think they're probably either selling it at a loss or they're selling it for zero, if you know what I mean. So it probably, I don't know if they're making a big profit on the actual sale of the console. Maybe a small profit. I think they're banking more on, you know, making a profit off the game sales and everything. Because the actual console itself, I think it's fairly priced. I think it's pretty low for the technology in there. The amount of mods and great indie content Nintendo has killed is impressive. Oh, right. Are you talking about... Oh, yeah. So, yeah. So, if anything resembles Nintendo content, they come down on you hard with the Nintendo hammer. Now, that's partly protection of their IP. So, as someone who actually buys Nintendo stuff, it kind of serves you, them doing that. It kind of does serve some types of consumer. What it doesn't serve is content creators. It's very annoying for content creators or people trying to make things. If anything you make slightly resembles Nintendo in any way, they will sue you. A lawsuit's coming. So yeah, that's one of the kind of anti-competition, anti-consumer practices that Nintendo deals in that can rub a lot of people the wrong way. Yeah, so I know what you're talking about, Vital. The combat's great and the storylines are top-notch. Of Yakuza, yeah, those games look great. And the bread graphics. I've showed them before on stream a few times because I'm so impressed by the bread graphics. There's this scene in Yakuza where he bites a bit of bread and it's like cinema. The bread is so fluffy, it breaks in the most realistic way. It's beautiful. $60 in 2017 is the equivalent of $91 in 2025. It's just salaries haven't rise. Yeah, so what's basically happened is we're being stolen from, because there's more money than ever on the earth, right? There's more money than ever, but it's just not going to employed people, like normal employed people. They're grifting us. So what they're doing is they're using inflation to hide the fact that they're paying you less. So every year you're getting paid less because there's inflation, but then your wages aren't rising by very much at all. So they're just kind of like, they're playing this game where they're just kind of taking our money. And then we're like, 10 years later, we're like, what the hell? How am I so poor? I've been working a job all this time. I can hardly afford the Nintendo Switch 2. And yeah, it's because of that. It's like, I used to be able to buy consoles and stuff, and now I can't because I'm 30% poorer than I was 10 years ago. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. 90 for digital is absurd. Yeah, it's not 90 for digital though. It's $80, right? So they're selling $80 digitals and it's 90 for physical. So that's what they're doing apparently. So it's $80 for physical, $80 for digital, 90 for physical as far as I've heard. So it's $79.99 for digital and 90 for physical. Now some people are spreading this. I don't know if it's true or not, but some people are saying that the game carts you get for the Switch 2 don't have the game on. They say it's just a two-factor authentication and then it downloads the game. I don't know if I believe that. I think that might be an option for some developers to keep the cost of their game down, but I'm pretty sure most developers will choose to have the game on the cartridge because otherwise that completely defeats the purpose of physical media, right? So I'm pretty sure, unless maybe they are doing this and we live in crazy world, because that would be ridiculous. At that point, just why are you having the physical media anymore? Just stop it. So I really hope that's not the case. I've been hearing a rumor. I'm not sure if it's been validated or if we can validate it right now, but some people are saying that the game cartridge is just a two-factor authentication thing that lets you download the game online. Now, if that is the case, that is extremely dumb and terrible. And in that case, just get the digital version because the physical doesn't do anything. Like, the whole point of physical media is, cool, this is my little physical media. And I can plug it in and play the game. Like, if I have to plug it in, then connect to the internet and download the entire game, completely defeats the purpose for me. So I guess if that is the case, I'm not buying physical media this gen. I'm going fully digital. But it is the equivalent of $61 in 2017 if you're looking at inflation. Yeah. Yeah, that's the whole problem, right? So they've risen their... They've raised their prices in line with inflation this time since 2017, which is when they last released a console. And people are calling them greedy. But essentially what they're doing is charging the same price they did back in 2017 for better games than we've ever had. You saw the new Mario Kart. It's bigger, better than we've ever had. So, and they're charging the same price for that, for the game they made in 2017, which was, you know, well, Mario Kart 8. Which was it looked like it's a worse game. If from what we've seen from the trailers, it looks like 8 is inferior to the new game by quite a long way. So as long as they keep the quality up of their games, then I think the value proposition is still there. Even though it does hurt us. Of course it hurts us that they're more expensive, but what are you going to do if inflation is like that? What are you going to do? I think average people just need to be more aware of what's going on with inflation and their money. I think that's a big problem because, yeah, I think inflation has been out of control the last 8 years or whatever. Lazy had rice with taco spice. Oh, that rhymes. And chopped air-fried chicken drizzled in teriyaki. Is that what you're trying to say? Teriyaki is my go-to. That sounds good. I'm not that experienced with Twitch. I keep getting a claim file. Try again later. I'm not sure what I tried to claim. Well, that's strange. Hey, thank you so much, The Apocalypse, for the tier 1 sub. I really appreciate it. 6 months at tier 1. What a legend. Thank you so much. That'll be going right into the Switch 2 fund for me. Thank you so much. You should play Yakuza on Bike Kiwami 2. You'll be hooked. I think Yakuza 0 seems awesome. I do want to play that at some point. I will. I'll get round to it. I have the game already. I bought it in some Steam sale. Totally guilty of saving the butter garlic sauce for other meals. Yeah, you can save the dips they have for other meals. Yeah, thank you so much, The Apocalypse. Nintendo going for emulators is lame. Yeah, that is lame. That is lame. I agree. But at least like Nintendo, they are making their own emulators at least, even if they pale in comparison to the emulators you could download. But saying that, I mean, the Switch 2 looks like it's quite a good emulating machine. They have been increasing the amount of virtual console games they offer and stuff. So, yeah, I mean, they're doing an okay job of having their own emulation thing, and I guess they do own the games and the licenses, so it's kind of fair play. If they're emulating the games themselves, it does kind of suck when the company's not providing you with the service. So, for example, when there's a game that you want to play, but it's not sold anymore, and you can't find it anywhere, you can only find it from, like, really rare listings on eBay that cost loads. At that point, like, then emulating makes total sense, but then sometimes if they crack down on that kind of emulating, then that really sucks. Because, like, okay, so you're not even providing me with a service of the sale of the game. So now what? My only option is to buy off eBay for like $200 for this game? I don't think so, Nintendo. That sucks ass. But yeah, at least they are trying to provide their own emulation service, I guess. The Power World ship was laughable too, considering Pokemon stole their concepts. Yeah, I think that the Power World thing, I didn't really agree with them going after the Power World creators. It wasn't similar enough, in my opinion. It wasn't similar enough to, like, sue them. But I think they just tried their luck, you know? They just like, well, we gotta send a message. They're like the Mafia, we gotta send a message. So they went after Power World. There's so many tribute content they've shut down. I know, that does really suck. Like when someone spends a lot of their time making like their Unreal Engine Super Mario 64, like pouring all their passion into this because they're big fans of Mario, and they just decide to make this thing and everyone's cheering them on, and then Nintendo comes along and puts them in jail or something. It's like, oh, this poor Nintendo fan. They were such fans of the content that they made they upgraded Mario 64, and then you put them in jail. The money doesn't trickle down. No, it doesn't. Well, trickle down does work, but it only works to a certain extent. So, for example, middle class people, working people, it does trickle down. So that's where the trickle down happen. Where it doesn't trickle down is with the elites and the super rich. It doesn't trickle down. So elites and super rich, their money just keeps accumulating to themselves, right? Like this. Accumulate, 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 and then they like throw a penny down. But like middle class and normal working people, yeah, it trickles down, yeah. It trickles down from there. I'm talking like normal working people up to like maybe even some multi-millionaires. It trickles down. But once you get to the ultra rich, like 100+ million worth of assets, then yeah, they usually from there on, they're just accumulating wealth, and they're not really they're doing everything they can to accumulate wealth, and they're not letting it go, kind of thing. At least that's how I understand it. Inflation's real. Yeah, the inflation is real. Like, that's the economy. Like, it's real. You can't really do anything about it. The people that can do anything about it, they're pretty far removed from us. So, I mean, what are we going to do? We can't control the economy from where we are. Some PS games you can't play offline even if you have the disc. You need the day one update. Yeah, that sucks ass. I hate that. I really hate that. I hate the day one update. I hate that so much. And you don't own the digital, you're renting it in perpetuity until they say so. Yes, that's how digital content works. It's to basically mean they're not liable for supplying you the content in the end. So in a few years, if they want to, they can just remove the content from you and say, yeah, sorry, you're only like long-term renting it. Are you able to go offline and try the cartridge? Oh, you mean the on the Switch 2? Yeah, I guess so. When we actually get Switch 2s in our hands, we'll be able to check if that's true about the cartridges. I think it's a rumor right now. So I think it's actually just a rumor that the physical edition is just a like two-factor authentication chip. I don't think it is. I think the devs will be able to choose. So you'll be able to choose. Do you want to have actual physical media with the whole game installed? Or do you want to save money and just have it as an authentication chip for a download? I think it will be a choice for devs, and then we'll just have to Google it before we buy a game. So before you buy a game, you'll just have to Google, like, should I get physical or digital for this game? And then you go on Reddit, people will say, no, it doesn't have the game on it. It's just a chip, just get the digital. So it'll probably be on a per game basis. I'm sure that Nintendo won't put a first party game such as that new Donkey Kong Bonanza game. I'm sure they won't put that on fake physical media. I'm sure the game will just run off the chip, run off the cartridge. If it doesn't, then we're in trouble for this gen. But yeah, I'm hoping for the best, really. If it doesn't play fully offline, you're fucked. I feel like that happens with some digital copies, yeah. Well, you're fucked for long-term collecting, right? Because eventually they won't host the games anymore that you own or that you've bought in the past, and then, you know. So that's why I prefer physical most of the time. I bought all my PS5 games physical if I could. I bought all my, physical, my Switch games. So at least if they are doing the two-factor authentication thing, at least your games still will be transferable, so you can sell them. I'm pretty sure you'll be able to sell them, like sell the physical media, which is always a bonus of physical media. Like being able to sell it to someone else when you don't want the game anymore to get some value back. But yeah, the only problem is once their servers go offline, there's no playing of the game anymore. Yeah. I'd never buy a digital movie on a smart TV. The thing is, sometimes those are super cheap, so they are worth buying sometimes. I've bought those before, like, for example, Amazon Prime, whatever. There'll be a movie, and you're like, I want to watch this movie, and then you're at your TV, and you're like, oh, it's like $2 or whatever on Amazon Prime, then you just, like, rent it for a day to watch it. I've done that before. Oh, never... Oh, you mean, like, buy, like, not rent? But the weird thing is the buying price is usually only a tiny bit more than the rent price, so... I think, like, when my mum uses these services, she does usually buy them, because in her mind, she's like, well, if it's so close to the rent price, I'm going to buy it so I can watch it again if I want. But the way I consume content, I don't watch things twice a lot of the time. I don't really watch things twice a lot of the time, so I'll usually just go for whatever's cheaper. Like, if renting's cheaper, I'll rent for a day or whatever, or a week. Streamio's your friend. I've not heard of that one. No worries, tiny bit close to your Switch 2 goal now. Hell yeah, their apocalypse. Yeah, I'm trying to see how far we can get to that goal before the 8th of April. Wazza! Stink Gaming, hello. Yep, so many weird PS3 games are played on my PC because I can't buy those PS3 games, like old Marvel and movie tie-ins. Yeah, so that's where emulating really shines. Playing those games you can't get anymore. I did the same for Shadow of the Colossus. A long time ago. Because there was a period of time where you couldn't really buy the game. It was like an old PS2 game, and yeah, it just wasn't around. But they did eventually start making remakes of that, so I think they've made a remake. They've made loads of remakes of that now, so it is quite easy to find Shadow of the Colossus most of the time now. I think you can just download it on the PlayStation Store now. Hey, Poster Child 89, what's up? Well, I'm about to do some video editing. I haven't done much, but I should crack on in a second. I should crack on and ignore you guys for a while. That's what I should do. Just watch your mousepad sliding video. Hey, Triton. Oh, nice! My taping your mousepad up video. Nice. That's an oldie but a goldie. You seen the new Marvel Rivals season trailer? No, I haven't. Yeah, I haven't played much Marvel Rivals for a while because there are so many games coming out, it's ridiculous. KG, let's catch up on Discord. I'd like to help with editing. There's limitations how much I can offer, but it's something all the same. Oh yeah, fine more. That could be awesome, yeah. Yeah, okay, well, I'll catch up with you on Discord. If you want to do some volunteer editing, that could really help out the channel. You can sell, yeah, you can sell them. Yeah, you can sell your physicals, even if they are just authentication chips. You can still sell them as long as the servers are still active. So they're still kind of better than digital, even if they are not the real media. I have some Shure SM57 goodies waiting for me at home. All very nice. Very, very nice. I used to have a Shure SM57 with a shock mount and a big old windscreen. It was pretty good. It sounded very similar to this. I'd happily buy Marvel Ultimate Alliance. They just don't sell it. Oh, like the old Marvel game. So you had to emulate. You gotta watch the new Marvel Rivals trailer. It's sick, some crazy new characters on their way. Oh, okay. So the last time I played it, the new characters were the Fantastic Four people. Did they ever add the Flame On guy? The Johnny Storm? Is that what he's called? The guy that can do Flame On? Did they add him? Just read your tags, love the first two tags, a handsome gamer. Mm-hmm. It's gotta be. Otherwise people won't know what they're getting into. You gotta know what you're signing up for here. Ads reminder. Do we need to run ads again? Hang on. Yeah, we do actually. Yeah, I'm going to run ads for 3 mins. Now, when we come back, I'm going to get in the hole. I'm going to lock into the editing, and we're going to edit this in no time at all. And I'll talk you through the editing, but I'm going to slow down on reading chat a little bit. But I will, of course, try to keep, I'll try to keep a thread on the conversation, if that makes sense. Oh, Human Torch and the Thing came out like a month ago. Oh, I do like that. Then I probably haven't played for a month then. Yeah, I've taken a month off Marvel Rivals then. If that's the case. Okay, running ads now, gamers. See you in 3 minutes. I run these ads to keep pre-roll ads off the channel because they're the bigger evil. Pre-roll ads are worse than, you know, what do you call it? Running ads every hour. They're worse. See you in 3 minutes. Oh, gamers, like, I know some of you are still here. I should have announced my leaving. I just went to get some water. Yeah, sorry, I forgot that some of you don't have to watch ads. So I was just thinking the ads are up. But yeah, I just left to get some water. So I'm going to lock in like hardcore now because I actually got to finish this edit tonight. So yeah, you want to watch me just scramble through an edit? It's going to be fun. So what I'm going to do here is actually I'm going to mute the music for me. So there's currently like music playing in the background. I'll keep it on for you guys. But I'm going to mute it for myself. And I can do that with my routing table. I should be able to anyway. So wait, how do I do that actually? How do I do that? Oh, I know how to do it. Okay, this is going to be hard because I've never done this before. So I have a submix option on this router. Not router. On this audio mixer, I have a submixer that I've never used before, but it means that I can turn down my headphones, but keep the music on for you. Okay, let's see if I can do this. So just let me know if you can hear the music. I guess you can't hear the music now? Okay, how about now? Can you still hear the music? I don't think you can hear the music. Wait, how does this submix thing work then? Oh no, wait, the music's still playing. Wait, this is weird. So what's going wrong here? Can you hear the music now? You can't, can you? You can't hear the music, can you? I heard it before, but now you can't? Yeah, we can't. Okay, so how does submix work then? Huh. Okay, so I'm working out how submixers work live. I'm pretty sure I can get this work how I want it. I've just never used it before. It's a new feature of my audio mixer that they added in an update or what at some stage. So, mix assignment. I think that's what I have to do. So, I think I get it. Okay, I think I get it, gamers. I think I get it. Yeah, I think I get it. I think I get it. So, like this. You can still hear it, can't you? You can still hear it, right? It's gone again? Wait, are you trolling me? It's gone again? Shit. Now, why is that happening? Why is that happening? Okay. Okay. So how... Oh, I'll try this then. I'll try this. Okay, how about this? Okay, you ready? You ready? Can you hear it now? I think I fixed it. Yeah! Okay, so basically the submix works. It works one way, but not the other way. So, yeah, here are my submixes, just so you know what I was doing. So you see here, I have to assign my mix to either A or B, my mix assignment. So I had it the other way around. So so you see music here. Music, 56% volume for you guys, 0% volume for me. That's how this works, because I've assigned headphones to B and stream mix to A. So B is orange, A is blue. Now the funny thing is, you can do it the other way around, but then it doesn't work. Look. You can't hear it, can you? Why does it only work one way? Wait, you can hear it. What the heck? Dude, I definitely had this way round and you couldn't hear it before. Maybe it was between a song. Maybe it was between a song and that's why you couldn't hear it. So it works both ways now? Cool. Before it wasn't working that way. Before it wasn't working that way. But anyway, I'll keep it the other way. But yeah, this is a cool feature. I've never really used it before until now, because now I have a reason to use it. But that's cool, submixes. So they actually added this in an update. It didn't used to be able to do this. So you should be able to hear it still. Cool. Okay, gamers. So I now can't hear the music because I'm about to lock in. Thank you for helping me there with the technical issues. It's scaring me you don't have your percentages on even numbers. Well, it's because I do it by ear. So I mix by ear, I don't mix by percentage. So I listen to the levels. So that's why it's not on. Like, I don't look at the percentages, I look at the sliders. I have like faders and sliders most of the time. So 56 was the level that sounded right to me, so. But yeah, I know what you mean, Extinct Gaming. I don't like I used to always adjust everything by either 5 or 10 on my... You know what? I've grown out of that. I used to do that as well. So I used to only like adjusting things by like 5 or 10s. Or if things got really bad, then maybe a 2. Maybe in 2s. But usually 5 or 10. But now I just choose the thing that sounds right or looks right, I guess. The level. And I don't aim for those even numbers anymore. It's something you have to grow out of if you're trying to make things, you know. You have to go for what's working, not what's for what number looks nice. Anyway. Lock-in time. Okay, this is going to get crazy, this editing. I'd like to introduce a brand new game. You can hear this, can't you? Yeah, you can, cool. Next, I'd like to introduce a brand new game featuring mouse controls. Dude, the mouse controls seem sick. Yeah, they do. They do seem sick. Hey, thank you for the follow, Dire Caribou. Hello. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. I'm editing video in Premiere. I gotta get this video out tonight. Let's do it. I'd like to introduce a brand new game featuring mouse controls. Dude, the mouse controls seem sick. I'll be editing as well myself. Yay for co-working. Hell yeah. Thank you. Are you meant to see the editing? Yeah? Oh shit. Sorry. Now you can. Yeah, I forgot I was looking at my other screen. I was showing you the mixing. There you go, now you can see. So I was just playing this clip. So basically I'm just going through cutting out all the wasted talk and stuff that people don't need to hear for a reaction video. So this is a Nintendo Direct reaction video. Hello there. Hello, Dire Caribou. How you doing? Next, I'd like to introduce a brand new game featuring mouse controls. Dude, the mouse controls seem sick. They do seem sick, the mouse controls for the Switch 2. Oh yeah, the new Metroid has mouse control. What the heck? I was kidding. Cool. By the way, I was so happy last night about the Switch 2 stuff. I was like on cloud 9, like, oh, the Switch 2 is so exciting. Feel like a kid at Christmas. Oh yeah, the new Metroid has mouse control. What the heck? So cool. So excited. As a feature they've just advertised. I love mouse control.
Oh, what the heck?
Oh yeah,
More
this is
mouse
a weird
control.
wheelchair game.
Oh, what's this gonna be?
This is a weird announcement. What the heck?
Oh, what the
Yay, we can be paraplegic! Woo!
heck? Oh my god. Wheelchair
Finally, I can
simulator.
game.
Beautiful. Oh shit.
I can roleplay
wheelchair
paraplegic in a
basketball?
game.
Oh, wait a second.
Amazing.
This is sick. Wait,
Yeah, but
wait,
it is actually. This does actually look pretty cool. This game.
wait a second. This
Wheelchair
could be
basketball
absolutely amazing.
with dunking. You can go off the vert ramp and then dunk, which is pretty nice.
This could be the next Rocket League.
Hydrate, thank you. Phymorth, I am a little parched. There you go, now we're cooking. Stretch, yeah, good idea. Oh, my back clicking, my spine crunching, my shoulders snapping. The familiar sounds of a video editor when they move their their crusty, not crusty, frigid bodies. There you go. I rate them for the inclusiveness with that. Yeah, it's pretty. This game actually just seems pretty cool. Like, it's a good idea of how to use dual mouse because each controller now has mouse controls. So they were like, let's try this. Now, I'm actually wondering how the mouse input works. Like, does it have an optical sensor like a mouse? Like, how does that work? Or, yeah, I have no idea how they're actually getting the mouse input. If it's just from gyroscope, it might be a bit shit, but let's hope they've got some other better way of doing it. I'm doing well, says Dire Caribou. Just got back in from work not too long ago. Have my feet up now, enjoying nice cold Pepsi. Oh, that sounds good, dude. How are you, sir? I'm doing pretty well as well. Yeah, I got to get this video out today. I'm currently doing this thing. Well, I started doing this thing, Discipline Week, where I'm being very disciplined every day, working extremely hard on my videos, content, and streams, and going well so far. So we're on day 4 of the week of discipline. And part of the week of discipline today, I've set for myself this goal of getting this video out today, which I, in the past, have not been good at getting videos out in a single day. Never been a strong point, but today we're going to make it. Let's do it. So yeah, I'm locking in right now to the editing suite. I've done most of the video already, as you can see from the timeline there. So all of this choppy parts I've already edited, pretty much. Or at least on the first pass of editing, and then I got this chunk to do now. And if I lock in, I can get it done pretty quickly, I think. So let's do it. Very refreshing Pepsi. That sounds good. I do actually like Pepsi. Are you on Pepsi Max or are you on the standard? So usually I would have, to be honest, I forget what normal Pepsi tastes like. I only ever have Pepsi Max when I have it. I went through a big Pepsi Max phase a few years ago.
New Metroid has mouse control.
I say a few years, it was a few years ago actually, or a couple of years.
What
I was
the
drinking
heck?
a lot of Pepsi Max. I developed a taste for it.
As a mouse control seems sick.
You know which soda I really like? Dr. Pepper, but we don't have very... Usually Dr. Pepper over here is sold in a plastic bottle, and I'm not into plastic bottles. So I don't often get Dr. Pepper, but I think that might be my favorite soda. I've never tried the sugar-free Dr. Pepper though. I know there's a sugar-free one. I never tried. I only tried the
a brand new
original.
game featuring mouse controls. Dude, the mouse control seems sick.
I'm just scrubbing through fast. Oh, so when I edit, by the way, I often speed up like this.
It's a brand new game featuring mouse controls.
Because yeah, then I can edit faster, pretty much. So you know when people like watch YouTube videos at double speed, I hate doing that. But editing double speed, love it. So sometimes I even edit at triple speed. But it's a bit hard to understand myself when I'm doing that. I only have Pepsi Max because of the free sugar. Oh yeah. Yeah, so I try to keep sugar-free as well these days.
A new game featuring mouse controls. Dude, the mouse control seems sick.
Doing the same bit over and over again here.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to look at the audio waveform here and find where the video stops playing, because for this reaction video, I actually want all of the Nintendo Direct to be seen by the viewer. So anywhere where the video's playing, I'm going to leave all that. So the video's playing, I can just scrub through. Video's still playing, video's still playing, video's still playing. Now, but I wouldn't usually scrub through like this. I would keep it on fast speed because I'm quite thorough with my edits. So I want to get anything I want to change done on first pass. So I would do it like this.
As a feature
There you go. So I'd go through at this speed, speed up a little. Whoops.
Oh shit! Oh, wheelchair basketball? Oh, wait a second. This is sick. Wait.
Yeah, wheelchair basketball is sick.
This could be the next Rocket League.
It could be the next Rocket League, I agree with myself. So I'm just controlling the time. I'm here zooming out to see what's going on. So there you go.
Wait a second. They should bring this to the real sport.
And then I'm talking about, what am I talking about here? Bullshit? Probably.
They should bring this to the real sport of wheelchair basketball. Make it like a skate arena so they can drive up and do dunks.
Oh yeah. I hope this comment here isn't misjudged as disrespectful, but I'm saying they should advert ramps and to real wheelchair basketball because it would make it very entertaining. But of course I'm like joking. But yeah, it is true though. It would make it
like
pretty
a skate
cool.
Arena so they can drive up and do dunks. Holy shit! This is an idea for the real sport.
Yeah, idea for the real sport. Wheelchair basketball's pretty fun to watch, by the way. I've watched a few games of that before.
Oh, they definitely don't have that in the real sport, do they?
They don't have it in the real sport, do they? Asking a question to the audience.
They haven't updated wheelchair basketball in the last 15 years, have they? I haven't.
Okay, I'm doing like a bit. Doing a comedy bit. I think I'll leave this in for now.
They haven't updated wheelchair basketball in the last 15 years, have they?
Okay, let's see here. So, oh yeah, so this is ripple delete. So, I don't know, does DaVinci have this? It probably does. I mean, it probably has this. But, there's actually a feature I sometimes forget Premiere has. But, if you select a part of a video clip you don't want, so I'm currently selecting this video clip. If I press delete, it does this. And then it leaves a space in between. Then you can do this, right? This is what noob editors do. They do this. Snap it back together. But let's just undo that. The best way to do it is ripple delete. So all you have to do for that is press shift, then delete. And this will do the ripple delete. And what that will do is it will like delete the empty space in between as well. It will like, suck the videos together like this. Look at this delete now. Boom, sucked in. And that's way faster. If you're editing down a video. So make sure if you're editing that you use ripple delete. That's like key to editing fast.
15 years, have they? I have.
And you need to edit fast if you're a YouTuber because everyone else is going fast. It's the only way to stay. It's the only way to keep up. Only have so is Twitch and YouTube your main platform to produce content on? Yes. So yeah, I make all my income right now from Twitch. And that's in the form of, you know, subs, bits, donations. That's all my income at the moment. So I'm pretty much a full-time content creator. But I'm not getting paid for YouTube. So half the time I spend on YouTube, half the time I spend on Twitch, but I'm not getting paid for YouTube yet. But end of this month, I get another opportunity to apply for YouTube Partner. So I've applied twice for YouTube Partner. Both times my application was denied. So my third chance is end of this month. I'm really hopeful that this time they allow me into the creator program and I start getting some money from YouTube. Because, yeah, I enjoy making YouTube videos. I do. And I'm very dedicated. I'm very dedicated to making videos and stuff, so it'd be nice if I could make some kind of a living off it. Resolve has one key ripple delete. It's... Oh, really? Well, maybe Premiere does as well. You know what? It should have one... I should keybind something to ripple delete. I should have a ripple delete button on the table. I should get a button, a big red button, and like connect it to my PC and just smash it with that, like my fist, like this, for the ripple delete. That'd be so satisfying. Like every time ripple delete, boom, boom, boom. But yeah, it is kind of annoying doing dual key ripple delete, like shift, like modifier key. Because it is something you do all the time. Figured it out, I'm a Twitch god now. Alright, you made a chat the layover instead of on the right side of the phone screen. You know what, I couldn't tell you, I'm not very good at using the Twitch app on mobile. I think sometimes that app just goes crazy and you have to restart it. That's my experience. The app's like kind of not good a lot of the time. 15 years have they? I don't think I've checked it out for like 15 years. I used to. I think it used to get on like children's. I used to. I think it used to get on like children's TV, the wheelchair basketball or something. Okay, I don't think we need all of this bit about the wheelchair basketball. Like children's so I'm going to try and edit this down. I definitely used to watch some wheelchair basketball when I was younger, but yeah, I'm pretty sure they couldn't go up the side of a half pipe and dunk. Go up the side of a half pipe and dunk. That'd be pretty sick if they could. Yeah, so I'm repeating myself here, so let's edit this down. Next level play. Yeah, this is pretty awesome. Yeah, I'll edit from there, then I'll find what to cut out here. So, I only want to talk about the wheelchair basketball joke like once. I don't need to keep repeating myself. So during stream, it's actually useful to repeat yourself so that you can clarify yourself to your audience properly. Like, it's normal. It's very normal. But for a YouTube video, you don't need that. So let's cut it off. Let's cut it down. I think it used to get on like children's TV, the wheelchair basketball or something. So what have I got here? So they can drive up and do dunks. Holy shit. This is an idea for the real sport. They definitely don't have that in the real sport, do they? They haven't updated wheelchair basketball in the last 15 years, have they? I don't think I've checked it out for like 15 years. I think it used to get... Okay, so I'm going to cut it right here where I say I don't think I've checked it out for 15 years. See if I can cut it right there. So that's the end of that sentence. I don't think I've checked it out for like 15 years. So I'm looking at the waveform here, finding where the years ends and the sound begins. And I think I've done it there. So fast forward, then what do we have here? I think it used to get on like children's TV, the wheelchair basketball or something. I definitely used to watch some wheelchair basketball when I was younger. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they couldn't go up the side of a half pipe and dunk. That'd be pretty sick if they could. This is the next level. Yeah, so all of this here, where I'm talking more about it, don't need this for the video, it's bloat. So we ripple delete this, boom. And then see what we got here. Why is this so long here? Hang on. There's a big long... Oh, because the video's playing. So yeah, when the video's playing, I'm leaving that uncut. Because I want for this video for people to see the entire Nintendo Direct. So I don't want them to miss anything. That's just the style of video I want to create, so that's creative choice. Now, I could have made a highlight reel of the Nintendo Direct, which would be much shorter, but I decided to go to this direction. I want the whole Direct in here. Because I think the whole Direct was good, actually. Like, there was nothing in the Direct that wasn't worth watching. So I'm pretty much going to keep the whole Direct in. I have 4.27 thousand subs on YouTube. Yeah, I do. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, but I'm not monetized though because they're mean to me. Hope it works out for you. What were you doing before going all in on Twitch and YouTube? So before going all in, I always had part-time jobs. So before going all in, so my most recent job was delivery driver. So I was doing like Uber Eats, Just Eat, Deliveroo. So I was going around on a motorcycle and delivering food to people from like KFC and Subway and like restaurants. And the money was really bad, but it was enough to keep me alive. So I've been keeping myself alive these years and also growing my YouTube and Twitch. And just recently I was able to kind of stop doing the delivery driving as much. I still might have to do it. So I'm not totally free of delivery driving. But I have, the last few months I haven't had to do it, which has been lovely. So I've been making enough money on Twitch that I don't have to do it, which has been lovely because then I can focus more of my time into more videos and more content, which means my channels grow faster, or they should do anyway. They have been doing pretty okay. So yeah. And I've been streaming for like 9 or 10 years, something like that. And I've been on YouTube really trying to grow my YouTube channel for just over a year now. So I mean, my YouTube channel is very old, and I have been posting videos since I was about 12 years old to YouTube. But I started taking it more seriously just over a year ago on YouTube, where I was like, okay, I'm going to try and grow my YouTube channel. Because before I never tried to grow it, I was just posting. Like, I was just posting what I wanted, when I wanted. Not religiously or anything, just sometimes I felt creative and I would make something. But yeah, I got more serious with it. Now, Twitch streaming, I've always kind of been a little bit serious with my Twitch streaming. So yeah, I've always gone pretty consistently live on Twitch for the last 9 or 10 years. So I've got a lot of hours under my belt on Twitch. I've probably gone live for over 2,000 hours in total. Probably coming up to 3,000 now, maybe 4, I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, I've done a lot of streaming. I've done a lot. And thank you for the well wishes, Dire Caribou. I appreciate the follows today. I've been following a small YouTuber for Hearthstone, and he said one of the criteria is 5k subs to be a content creator. Is that accurate? Not really. I mean, you can be a content creator at any amount of subs, but on YouTube, to actually apply for monetization, you need 1,000. But actually, it starts at 500 now, so you need 500 subscribers to start the first level of monetization, I think. Is that true? Yeah, but you also need a certain amount of watch time. And then you can get the first level of monetization, which enables super chats and some other things. Merch stores or something. Then when you get to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time, then you unlock full monetization. You have to apply for it again. And yeah, that's where my application isn't going through. So I've already hit the criteria. I hit it a long time ago. So I hit the criteria for monetization end of December. And now it's April. And I'm still not monetized. So I've been eligible for a long time for monetization, but it just keeps falling through the application. So hopefully we'll get it next time. I get another chance end of this month. But yeah, I wouldn't agree with that Coripia. So he's saying the criteria is 5k subs to be a content creator. I don't think that's true. Some people actually make good money off just 1,000 subs, because it really depends what you're making and how you're making your money, and who your content is helping. Because if your content is helping billionaires, then you only need one. Like, if your content is helping some billionaire make money, like, think about it, right? This is an extreme example. But if your content is helping Elon Musk make money, then that's all you need to worry about, because he's going to pay you enough. You're going to be fine. So it totally depends who your audience is and what kind of content you're making, and also the way you're making the money. Because some people make money through selling courses, some people make money through all these kinds of things. Some people make money through pure AdSense, like they just get loads of views and all their money is AdSense. Yeah, there are loads of different ways. So yeah, I wouldn't agree with that. You have to be 5k to be a content creator. I mean, to be a professional at anything, you just need to get paid. So if you're getting paid for content, then at that point you are a content creator. You're a professional content creator. Now, are you a successful one? Well, not really until you get paid enough. Well, what you would consider enough. So right now, I would say I'm a content creator. Have I made it? No. I haven't made it yet. So now, what's my level of making it? Now, my level of making it with content creation is when I have a wage so as to support myself comfortably, and maybe even save money, and maybe even be able to live, like afford a property, like somewhere to live, maybe at least afford my rent every month. So that's kind of how I would. When I've made it, then it means I'm comfortable. I'm making like a decent wage, you know. Right now I'm uncomfortable, but I'm surviving. I'm making all my money through content, and I'm enjoying myself. And it's amazing. So that's where I am right now. Will Nintendo not copyright claim? Copyright claim the Nintendo Direct? They might do. Well, they would be arseholes to do that. I'm sure they won't. They would get in a lot of trouble now in this current climate. So YouTube used to be very strict against YouTubers making content about them. But they've gotten a lot better about this over the years. They've just become more modern over the years, right? So now now Nintendo doesn't crack down on YouTubers so much and content creators, but they'll still crack down on you if you're making anything that's a threat, that they see as a threat to their IP. So if you're making a mod for a game where you're using Nintendo characters, if they find you, you're in trouble. But if you're literally just reacting to a direct, I'm pretty sure they're not going to do anything. Because firstly, they have no legal ground, because it's fair use, right? So they have no legal ground. Secondly, it would make them even more unpopular than they already are in a lot of circles. So it wouldn't be worth it for them to do that. Sup, Kroku and Koroks? Hey, Yunan. I'll just put your videos on in the background then. Oh, thank you so much, Koripio. Get that watch time up. Thank you. Yeah, that I mean, stuff like that does really help out, yeah. But yeah, I think my watch time, so there's no way for me to check my watch time right now for eligibility, but I'm pretty sure at this point I'm over. So it's 4,000 hours of watch time over a year period. I'm pretty sure I'm way over that right now. And I'm also way over on subscribers because I need 1,000. We're currently at 4.27 thousand. So yeah, I'm way over the eligibility. I just need them to accept me into the program now. Hopefully this end of this month they will finally accept me. If they don't, I will cry. I will cry because goddamn, it's kind of annoying. I've worked really hard on the YouTube channel, and yeah, at this point it is annoying that they won't accept me. It's annoying when, because like that whole year I was like so focused on like, I'm gonna try and get 1,000 subscribers and get eligible for monetization, and I did it. I did it. So from January to December, that was like my New Year's resolution, get monetized on YouTube, and I hit eligibility end of December, or near the end of December, right? So I did it. Hooray! But when I applied, they denied. And then I had to wait a month before I could apply again, applied again, denied again. Then I had to wait 30 days. So that's where we are right now. I'm still waiting the 30 days, which is a long time. No, not 30 days, 90 days. Yeah, so you have to wait a month for the first deny. Then if you get denied again, then you have to wait 90 days. So that's where we are now. I've been having to wait 90 days before I can reapply. And during this time, my subscribers have gone from 1,000, which is where I was end of December, to now 4.27 thousand. So I'm like way over the eligibility now. I'm starting to upload to YouTube again now. For a while I stopped uploading to YouTube because I was annoyed at YouTube. I was annoyed. I was like, I'm not going to keep making videos for free, goddammit. You should pay me now. At least something. But anyway. Yeah, I stopped uploading for a while to YouTube, but we're back at it again. I feel like my mic levels are all messed up today. Why are they like so loud? What's going on? Like my mic seems loud today. Like it's clipping in the software. That's weird. Am I talking loud today, or is it something wrong here? Oh shit, wait a second. No, it's nothing wrong. Is it? No, it's nothing wrong. Hello? No, that seems fine. So what's the problem? Is it my settings over here? Hang on, I'm just checking my settings. Settings seem normal. Maybe I'm just talking close into the mic sometimes. Maybe that's it. Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe I'm slouching and leaning into the mic. It seems fine now. Anyway, let's lock into this, to the editing suite more again. I'm quite surprised actually. I would never have thought that someone so elegant as you would be doing Uber and Just Eat. Well, you know, sometimes elegant people like me fall on hard times. Sometimes we have no opportunities, so you gotta do what you gotta do. So Uber and Deliveroo, that kind of made sense for me. It made sense for me because it's something I could do myself and also work on the videos whenever I wanted. So for example, I could work part-time whenever I wanted on the Deliveroo when I needed money, and then when I had time to edit, I could just edit. And if I wanted to take a day off doing Deliveroo to edit and do a stream, I could do that. I wasn't going to get anyone angry at me. Like in normal work, even if you work part-time, what happens is that they ask you to do a full week. they're like, well, we're short on staff this week. Can you come in the whole week? And you're kind of like, well, actually, I'm trying to build my YouTube. Like, that shit doesn't really fly with normal employment. So that's why I took the self-employed route of being a delivery driver, because delivery driving work is self-employed. Now, the wage is very bad. So most of the time I was getting paid less than minimum wage, which is, you would think that's illegal, but there's a loophole that allows them to do that. So yeah, so I was working for less than minimum wage a lot of the time. So I actually get paid more now doing Twitch than I ever did doing delivery driving. Yeah, so it's all right. We're all right at the moment. And yeah, thank you for the support, guys. I really appreciate that. You should make a 10-hour video that's just full of background music and a black screen. Numb those watch hours up and stick it on in the background. Nice. I'll bump those. Oh, you think I should do like a silent video that's a 10-hour? No, I'll make it like an infinite video. I'm sure YouTube will love me for that. I'm sure then they'll definitely monetize me. Yeah, an infinite video of silence and then just get everyone to put this on the background. That'd be hilarious if that worked. There was one time when Mr. Beast made everyone watch a video of an egg. He was like, let's make this egg get the most views on YouTube, and it got like 50 million views or something. $80 and $90 games are ridiculous. Sad to see Nintendo doing that now. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier today, Yunan. So the thing is, they just raised the price in line with inflation. So the prices are, like, the price of the game today is just the same as the price in 2017. Because inflation since 2017 has been 30%. And all they did is raise the price of the game by 30%. So they're actually the same price as they were in 2017. It's just our currency is worth less. So I guess, you know, they're just rising in line with inflation this time, which they weren't doing before. So I don't feel like too bad about it, because it's just the way the inflation has been. Like, I'm not like, fuck you, Nintendo, like a lot of other people are, because what are they going to do? They're running a business. Like, at some point, you got to raise the prices if things are going this way. About time for me to call it. Catch you in the next stream. See ya, Coripio. Thank you so much for joining today. Did they give you a specific reason on why denying you? Yeah, they did. It was for being harmful. So the reason was, the reason said reason harmful content. So they looked at my channel and they decided that I had harmful content that wasn't, that they shouldn't have on the website, like, that they shouldn't have partnered with them. But I think it's a mistake, because I don't think I do. So yeah, people are often surprised when they find out that's the reason. So I think that's evidence enough that it's probably a mistake on their system or whatever. But anyway, I get to reapply this month, so I'm hopeful it will go through I'm hopeful it will go through next time. Anyway, let's lock in.
They should bring this to the real sport of wheelchair basketball. Make it like a skate arena so they can drive up and do dunks. Holy shit. This is an idea for the real sport. They definitely don't have that in the real sport, do they? They have drive up and do dunks. Holy shit. This is an idea for the real sport. They definitely don't have that in the real sport, do they? They haven't updated wheelchair basketball in the last 15 years. I don't think I've checked it out for 15 years. This is the next level play. Yeah, this is pretty awesome. This looks pretty awesome. Summer 2025. Yeah, that's fun. That looks pretty fun. In Drag X Drive, you'll use both Joy-Con 2 controllers as mice to intuitively pull off various moves. Please look forward to a new twist on 3 or 3 matches using dual mouse controls. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that Drive X, what is it called? Drive X Drag or something? What is it called? I'm trying to look for the title here. Oh, in Drag X Drive. It's Drag X Drive, okay.
You know what Nintendo always do? Innovate. Have they ever not innovated on their new console generation? There's always some weirdo feature, and this time it being mouse support, which is actually bloody genius, because mouse support means they can support so many more games, like PC-only games. I'm talking like those mouse and
I think this anecdote here about how mouse support is being useful is kind of interesting, so I'll keep this in the video.
games on PC that people say, oh, you gotta have a mouse for this. Well, now you can play on the Switch, like natively. Pretty awesome. I think this console is gonna...
Very good opinion myself, very well done. I will cut this now. Ripple delete, boom.
Pretty awesome.
So if I do too long a pause, I just cut it out, because I don't want people to have to wait for me to speak.
For this. Well, now you...
So this is a bit of a long pause, so yeah, usually if the pause is a bit too long, I just nip it out. Also, if I'm going like, if I'm doing too many, like, I forget what they're called, but those speech things where you make a noise, if I'm doing too many, I'll cut those out too.
Always do innovate. Have they ever not innovated on their new console generation? There's always some weirdo feature, And this time it being mouse support, which is actually bloody genius, because mouse support means they can support so many more games, like PC-only games. I'm talking like those mouse and keyboard games on PC that people say, oh, you gotta have a mouse for this. Well, no, you can play on the Switch, like natively. Pretty awesome. I think this console is going to be a powerhouse of third-party support. I feel like every game is going to be on the Switch.
Oh, this is a good opinion too, because it's kind of a prediction. People like those, because then later you can call me out on my failed prediction, or you can say I predicted right, and then give me a round of applause. So I'll keep these predictions in.
Every game is going to be on the Switch too.
So my prediction is that third-party support is going to be very strong with the Switch 2, because I think it offers a lot of ways to interact with the game. Like you have the mouse support thing, which means any game using a mouse, so any game using all different kind of input is going to be able to run on the Switch 2, and also the power's there, so the hardware's there. That's going to mean, and it's easy to develop for because it's using the NVIDIA platform. So yeah, I think it will be very good for third-party games, but we'll see.
I really do feel like that. Because it now has a lot.
Yeah, so that's my prediction anyway. I think it will be very good for third-party. So Nintendo have done some stinkers for third-party. One of them being the Wii U. The Wii U was a stinker for third-party support because it didn't sell enough copies for the third parties to be interested in. It didn't sell enough units, sorry, for the third parties to be interested in making games for it because there wasn't the audience there. So they just didn't. Now, the Wii apparently wasn't very good for third-party tools. So I've heard that the Wii was hard to develop for, but it got a lot of third-party support because it sold so many units. So the third parties were just like, well, we want some of this money, please. So yeah, they got in on the Wii, even though the Wii was hard to develop for third parties. And the Switch seemed decent with third-party support, but there was a problem later with the Switch being underpowered, which that's probably going to happen with the Switch 2 as well at some point, by the way. So the Switch 2 as well at some point will probably be underpowered compared to like the PS6 and all these consoles, and then you won't be seeing... Because the PS6 or whatever is going to come out mid-cycle of the Switch 2, which means at some point the Switch 2 is going to be seen as underpowered again. It's just the cycle of life. When the Switch first released, it wasn't underpowered in 2017. It has a reputation now of being underpowered, but in 2017 it was the fastest handheld on the planet, so these things go in cycles. Hey, thank you for the stretch, Petite Lolita, I appreciate it. And the hydrate. Keeping me alive. But yeah, as you were saying, Yunan, like, it's sad to see games more expensive, but really what we should be sad about is inflation. We shouldn't be sad at Nintendo doing us wrong, because all they did was increase their prices in line with inflation, which is what everyone is doing in everywhere. For example, food has gone up in price loads, like, prices have gone up everywhere except games. And now Nintendo have raised the price of games. We should bring the pitchforks to Nintendo. No, we should bring the pitchforks to the inflation rates and ask our governments, what's with these inflation rates, dude? We're losing all our money. Anyway, that's just how I think about it anyway. I don't really hold it against Nintendo that they're raising the prices this gen. Kind of makes sense. Like, why wouldn't they?
Compared to the Switch.
As long as they keep making great games, I'm happy. But yeah, it would be great. In a perfect world, they would never raise the price of games ever. That would be amazing.
Compared to the Switch,
I agree.
Way more powerful.
I do agree about that. It would be better for me if all games were free. That would be even better. Hopefully one day all games will be free. You can call the video The Sound of Silence. Oh, then I'll get like people annoyed that were looking for the song. The Sound of Silence.
It's way more powerful than the Switch.
I got a lot of
more
dislikes.
Than a Steam Deck. And you see how many games the Steam Deck supports, well...
So I'm talking about the support. I'll keep this in, I think.
This has even more power in the head, so.
I think this is a good prediction, and I'm comparing it to the Steam Deck, which, I don't know, that's pretty good. Pretty good. Well done, me. It's like you're a real streamer sometimes.
Well, this has even more power under the hood, so the potential there is...
Talk about the potential of third-party support.
The potential there is pretty amazing, and it has mouse support. So, yeah, I predict...
I'm doing an actual prediction, like a hard prediction. What is my prediction?
So, yeah, I predict a lot of, like, PC-only games are going to make their way over to Switch 2.
Oh, yeah, that's a good prediction. Yeah, I do predict that. I agree. Again, agreed with myself there. I agree.
To take advantage of the large user base.
I'm just cutting out these longer pauses here because they're a bit long here. Because I'm thinking hard between these statements, so I'm just going to cut those out.
And also the fact that it now supports like mouse controls, so you don't have to do as much.
I'm actually going to teach you something that I do, and probably a lot of other content creators do. So after I finish a sentence, now this is something you just learn after making enough videos. It just comes naturally. But after I finish a sentence, usually I'll freeze like this. And then when I start speaking my next sentence, then I'll start moving again. And then you see I stopped again. When I'm thinking, I try to stay still, because then when you're cutting the video together, if the image flows better. Now, I don't always do it. Sometimes you can't do it, but most of the time I am doing that instinctively. So like I'll kind of freeze up while I'm thinking a bit, and then I'll start moving again. So when you're cutting, then you start the end frame with the same position of my face and head as the start of the next frame when you're cutting, right? When you're cutting out the silent bits. So yeah, that's useful actually. That's useful information for any of you starting out that aren't doing that yet. It just starts happening with time. If you make enough videos, you're just going to start doing that naturally to make the videos better, you know.
Controls, so you don't have to do as much, you know.
See there, like look, I'm moving my head around, talking. Then look. When I'm thinking, I'm like trying to stay still. Well, I just do stay still. It's like a learned behavior.
You know, tweaking of...
Now there, I think I actually moved a bit before I started speaking, but my head is still in relatively the same position. I probably didn't think this was a large enough pause to warrant not moving. But it's a pretty big pause.
Tweaking of your game.
But yeah, you don't want to move too much like while you're thinking. Because then the cut is like all over the place. Doesn't flow as natural. You're like teleporting around the screen. Because yeah, most YouTubers use hard cuts a lot because we don't have much time to really cut the video smoothly.
You know.
So yeah, we do a lot of hard cuts in YouTubing.
Tweaking of your game to enable controller support.
They actually use hard cuts a lot in movies as well. You don't notice them because they use them at the right time. So hard cuts are used everywhere in media, even in some of the movies you love. But they utilize them sparingly and at the right moment. I move far too much when talking to be able to do that. Okay, so then I start the video again here. So I'm looking for where I start the video here. And I'm going to make it so that as soon as the video starts, you're watching again. So about there. And rip will delete this. Boom. So yeah, the video starts here. So I'm just going to keep that in. Now what I could do actually is start the video like here. Because the actual content doesn't start till here.
Controller support. What's this?
I think I will keep this in because it prompts the viewer that the video's starting now. So I think I will keep in this swoosh and the black screen. Just because if I was... Because I'm talking for quite a while here. Now, if I start here, then the viewer might not be ready for the video to start. Where, like, if they're washing... I'm thinking they're, like, washing dishes, and they have the video up on the side. And most of the time they're listening, right? But when they want to look at when the actual game's playing. So then, they'll look up from their dishes, and then the video starts, and then they get to watch the game, you know? That's how I'm thinking anyway. So I'm thinking about the end user who's going to watch the video.
What's this?
I know a lot of people, when they watch YouTube videos, they're like half paying attention, they're listening to most of it, then they're looking up at interesting points. So that's what I'm thinking of there. That's how I consume content a lot of the time. So.
Elden Ring. I mean, you could already do that with a Steam Deck. But
by the way, this Elden Ring on the Switch 2 looks bloody good. It looks like a really good version of the game. I hope it is. Looks like really high graphics and looks beautiful and smooth and everything.
I never had a Steam Deck, but I'll have this one.
Yeah, like look, the quality of this Elden Ring port looks really good. I'm sure there'll be a lot of happy Elden Ring fans.
I'm so excited for one of my friends. So one of my friends, right? He has kids now. You know, he has.
I think I'll leave this in. This is kind of cute. Where I'm talking about, I'm excited for people that only play on Switch. Like there are lots of gamers that are Switch only gamers, and I'm excited for them. I think I'll leave this in. It's just kind of cute.
my friends, right? He has kids now. You know, he has a wife and kids and all that kind of stuff you're supposed to have in your 30s, right? So the only games console he has that he plays on is the Switch, right? He doesn't. So the only games console he has that he plays on is the Switch, right?
I say right a lot. It's a weird thing that I've noticed about my speech patterns recently. I'm like, right, agree with me, please.
Switch, right? He doesn't play any PC games. Doesn't have time for
It's just a way to get my thoughts back on track, I think, right? What, I'm listening while I'm watching. Yeah, so that's how most of us consume content in the modern age. Especially streams and podcasts. And long-form content, like really long-form. Hey, Val Splooge! How you doing? I can't... Vag Splooge. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. That's quite rude. That's a rude name. But thank you for following. I appreciate that. Therapocalypse says, washing dishes is not a good idea to have electronics near to water, though. Oh, I put it, like, far away. So I put my phone on top of the microwave, and then I wash dishes. It's, like, off to the side. I do watch videos while building Legos. Oh, yeah, that sounds like heaven, to be honest. Like, building Lego or watching streams and videos. That sounds really good. And Frosty Tool says, thanks for following, Vag Splooge. Your name just splooged some fun into the chat. Oh, it did, actually. Thank you for the fun. Thank you for splooging your fun into here.
He doesn't play any PC games. Doesn't have time for that shit. He doesn't play... He doesn't play any kind of things like that. He has a Switch, though. And he's...
Yeah, so he has a Switch.
And he's probably going to get the Switch, too. And there are so many games he's...
Yeah, so many games that these Switch-only gamers have missed out on because they stopped releasing, like, games on the Switch, like third parties. They stopped releasing their mainline games because the Switch was too underpowered to support them. So that's why they've missed out on a lot of games like Elden Ring, for example. Now, if Elden Ring could run on the Switch, it would be on there. It just can't. The game's too high fidelity to run on the Switch. It's too underpowered.
So many games he's missed out on because he was on the Switch.
Yes, so there are a lot of games he missed out on. That's true. I'll keep this in the video.
Because he was on the Switch, right? Elden Ring being one of them.
Yeah, he missed out on Elden Ring. That is just awful, isn't it? Anyone that missed out on Elden Ring, now's your chance. Get a Switch too.
That's right. Elden Ring being one of them.
Now's your chance, gamers. You can play it on the bus, on the train. Wherever you are, you can play some Elden Ring. What a fantastic thing, actually. A handheld content capable of playing Elden Ring. Ah, that is just so cool. So the Steam Deck can do that. And some of these, like, Asus ROG gaming things that are very expensive can do that, right? There are things that can do that already. But I've never experienced it myself, so it's going to be very cool having this level of experience in handheld form. Because I've never had that. So, and I think a lot of us haven't had that yet. A lot of us have been just waiting for the Switch 2 for our next handheld, myself included. So I didn't get the Steam Deck, I didn't go for it, I didn't get any of these new PC handhelds. I'm just imagining if you cut your talking from the videos, they would only be a minute long. Well, yeah, true, but then it wouldn't be much of a video.
I'm so freaking excited for him to experience all these games, right?
I talk a hell of a lot in this one, but it's because I
missed out on a whole
care a lot
generation of
about
games.
the Switch and Nintendo and this kind of thing, I guess. And I can talk a lot about it because I know a fair few things, I guess.
He hasn't played Elden
I'm familiar
Ring.
with these things. Whereas Asmongold, his video was short. His video is 1 hour 25, so he added 25 minutes. So the Nintendo Direct was 1 hour long. Asmongold's video was 1 hour 25, so he added about 25 minutes of talking. But it's because he's not so familiar with Nintendo consoles or the games, whereas I am, so my video is very long. Now, if Asmongold does something else, like it's World of Warcraft trailer, then he'll turn a 10-minute video into an hour-long video. But because he knows far more about that topic than I do. So it just depends what topic you're covering onto how long the video is going to be.
For example, he hasn't
For a
played
reaction
so
video,
many
anyway.
games They might even put like Black Myth Woo. They might even put like. They might even put like Black Myth Wukong and all those.
What the fuck would I say there? I didn't even say words.
They might even put like Black Myth Wukong and all.
What? I thought I was saying they might even play Black Myth Wukong, but I say they might even play Black Myth Wukong.
They might even put like Black Myth Wukong and all those.
Maybe the video lagged there. I don't know.
They might even put like Black Myth Wukong.
No, I just didn't like speak. What the hell? I might just leave that out then because it sounds ridiculous.
Well, he hasn't played so many games. They might even put like Black Myth Wukong.
I can just leave that out.
Kind of games on this. So yeah, I'm so excited for him to play Elden Ring. He hasn't played a Souls game since Dark Souls 1. He played Dark Souls.
I don't think I need to keep all this in about my friend and how he hasn't played Dark Souls and stuff. I think that's filler. Because I've already mentioned that he has missed out on a lot of games.
And there are so many games he's missed out on because he was on the Switch, right? Elden Ring being one of them. I'm so freaking excited for him to experience some of these games, right? Because he's missed out on a whole generation of games. He hasn't played Elden Ring, for example. He hasn't played so many games. They might even play Black Myth Wukong or those kind of games on this.
Yeah, I can cut out a lot of this actually.
Out on because he was on the Switch, right? Elden Ring being one of them. I'm so freaking excited for him to experience some of these games, right? Because he's missed out on a whole generation of games.
I don't think I even need this. Let's just double check. I'm just going to delete this and see how it flows.
He has kids now, you know, he has a wife and kids and all that kind of stuff. He was supposed to have in your 30s, right? So the only games console he has that he plays on is the Switch. Right? He doesn't play any PC games, doesn't have time for that shit. He doesn't play any kind of things like that. He has a Switch though, and he's probably going to get the Switch too. And there are so many games he's missed out on because he was on the Switch, right? Elden Ring being one of them.
Yeah, you don't need any more than that on this topic. I'll just check if there's any other thing in here I want to keep.
Elden Ring, for example, he hasn't played so many games. They might even play Black Myth Wukong and all those kind of games on this. So yeah, I'm so excited for him to play Elden Ring. He hasn't played a Souls game since Dark Souls 1. He played Dark Souls. He loved Dark Souls. So yeah, really excited for him to experience all these games released last gen or this gen. So yeah, he missed out. Well, he's missed two gens really, because he missed out on the PS4 gen basically. So the Switch is pre-PS4 gen, right? So, or you know, couldn't run games on a PS4 level.
I don't need this in the video.
The PS4 gen. He's been missing out on the PS5 because all he has is a Switch.
I think we just start from here. Yeah. So there you go. I've just cut out like a minute of talking that I don't really need in the video. Like I just don't think it adds any value to the video really. So for most people, so let's just delete that out. See, what I'm always thinking about when I'm editing videos like this is like, I just want the video to be as good as possible for the people watching. So if I'm talking about my friend and his experience with games and, you know, why I'm excited, right? So a little bit of that is good. But too much of that is fine for stream when I'm talking directly one-on-one with you guys because it's a conversation on stream, isn't it? So it's fine for stream, but for YouTube where you're just watching the video and there's no interaction apart from comments, I guess, but there's no like instant interaction, so it's not really like a real conversation, and it's like a slowed down conversation, isn't it? But it's not like a real conversation in real time, so you don't need all this extra fluff. The extra fluff serves in a conversation, but it doesn't serve.
I'm excited for gamers like that to finally get to
in this media delivery of your YouTube video. Does that make sense?
to play these things.
To you guys?
Look, it looks high res. This looks like a good addition. That looks higher res than what I play on PC.
I was very excited here for this Elden Ring thing because it did look like a really high quality port of Elden Ring, and that's just exciting to have in handheld form. That really is.
On the Switch too. Hades, I never played this. That's exciting to me. I never played Hades.
Yeah, Hades is exciting. So I don't know if I'll have time to play Hades. In a perfect world, I would find time, but yeah, it's a game that's just never. I've never played because I always get distracted by something else. But Hades does look really good. Catch you back in a bit. See you, I'm off. Catch you later. In the gaming vids you do? Yeah. I agree with you, Throw Apocalypse. Like, if I cut out all my talking, it would literally be nothing. Like, if I literally cut out all the talking from the video, look how much talking there is. Like, look, so this is unedited, right? Let's give you a closer look at the waveforms. So this is the unedited video. So this is, how long is this video now? It's about an hour here. Actually, it's about is it an hour and a half? Wait, I'm bad at like figuring out how long the video clip. Can I just look at it? Will it show me the information here? Yeah, this is an hour 22 of video. Now, if we look at the timeline, I'm just going to zoom in here. Look how much I'm actually talking here. So The waveform when it spikes up, that's my talking. So as you can see, talking, like pretty much through the whole. Just constantly talking. Oh, look, I stopped talking here. Why? Because the video was probably playing. Oh, no, I was away from the PC. I was away from the PC at this part. That's why I stopped talking there. Then as soon as I get back... Hello, gamers. And for the rest of the thing. So yeah, there's a lot of talking. And then, boom, I stop talking at the end when it finishes. But that's streaming for you. That's kind of the main... So that's the one of the key skills of becoming a streamer. The ability to talk forever without stopping. You just always have something to talk about. It's like a skill you learn. You just always have the next thing ready to talk about inside your mind. And you can keep talking forever. I can literally keep talking forever. I never have to stop. So that's a skill I learned because I didn't used to be able to do that when I started. When I started, I couldn't do that. A lot of my videos had a lot of dead air. They call it dead air. So dead air is where you're not speaking. And that would happen a lot on my earlier videos. Now, the way to stop that from happening is you hate the dead air so much and you feel like such a failure whenever you have dead air that you just keep working at it subconsciously, I guess, every time you go live. And then 9 years later, you can now speak forever without stopping. Yeah, that's how it works. Visualizing it on the timeline shows how much you chat. Yeah, it's constant. It's constant. You can tell when you leave from the graph. Yeah, when the graph goes down. It's just like, what's happening here? Did I stop talking? Oh no, I just left the stream to go and get water or something. You just haven't learned the skill to talk and game at the same time. Well, I can. It depends on the game. So I can do it in games. Like I could do it in Overwatch, because I played that every day. It's easier in games you play every day. It's harder in games you don't play every day. Also, I have no way right now to overlay my chat on my game. If I could do that, then I would never have to look away from the game. The problem is I have to turn my head like this to read chat. Because it's on a different screen. Now, if I can find a way to overlay it on this screen, there's probably a way, you know, there probably is a way. If I could do that, then it would be easy. But how am I supposed to play the game and look over here at the same time? Like, I need to change my head. Now, a game I could do it pretty well in is Overwatch, because I played that so many times that I knew the right moments to look away at chat. Yeah. Overlay would help you a lot. Yeah, it would, yeah. It would. But yeah, the skill to talk and game at the same time, I'm actually good at that. That's another skill I'm good at. A lot of streamers you watch where they're talking and gaming, they're not really doing that. Like, if you notice, they don't actually read chat that much, a lot of these gamers. So a lot of the gamers, so say if you have a really popular streamer and they're gaming, most of the time they're not even reading chat, then they just look over and they read something from chat. But I read the entire chat, so I have a different style. I have a different style from these bigger streamers, so at the moment I read every message in chat. I read everything. So is it even possible to read everything in chat and play the game at the same time? Like, without pausing the game or stopping ever? Don't think it actually is. I don't think it is unless you've got your chat overlaid on the same screen, like overlaid your game. Then it's possible, of course, but I don't have that yet. Maybe I've got to figure that out. That would be cool. That'd be cool to figure out. I didn't know you had chat on another monitor. Oh yeah, because the game is full screened on the main monitor. Then chat's off to the side. I think that's how most streamers do it. So most streamers have to look away to another screen to read chat. Might be easier to do with an overlay, then you could read comments in real time. Yeah. I mean, I do keep up with conversations pretty well, so I know when people comment because it beeps in my ears. So whenever you guys comment, I get a bleep, so I know when you're commenting. But sometimes I have to ignore the comment. because otherwise I'm just talking to chat and not doing anything like I am right now. But yeah. But yeah, that's a good idea, actually. I should figure out how to get like an overlay over my game. It'd be nice to have an overlay over everything. Like right now to have an overlay over my Premiere Pro with the chat. That would be amazing. Now I could put the chat next to the Premiere Pro, but that would take up screen real estate. I don't want that. I don't want to take up screen real estate, really. That's the problem. Like, I can't really have the game, like, you know, half the game playing here, then the screen on the channel on the other side. That would just be weird. It wouldn't work in a lot of cases either. It's a balancing act to do, but as you get more popular, it may be helpful to have the overlay. So you don't get whiplash. Yeah, or just, as they get popular, just do what all the other streamers do. Just ignore most of the chat messages and only look up every, like, 5 minutes and... You know, most streamers when they're gaming, they really don't interact with chat that much. I mean, so some of these big streamers, they don't really interact with chat much. They just do their thing, and chat's just there to watch them and comment on what's happening. So, for example, like someone like Kai Cenat, his chat's going like this, right? So Kai Cenat's chat is going like this, and he just does vague general questions to the chat, and then chat spams even more like this. And then occasionally he will, what do you call it? He might thank someone for a massive donation, but it has to be massive. Or he might, you know. But most of the time, people are just there to watch the chaos of his stream. And same with, like, Speed. They're just there to watch what's unfolding. Whereas right now, people come to my stream because they're actually interested in having a conversation. And they know that I will actually have a conversation. And also, they might like what I do in the background as well. But it's a different, we're serving, like, different audiences, I guess. Now, would I enjoy... So I don't even think I can do Kai Cenat's style of content. I can't do it. I'm just not that kind of person. But could he do the type of content I do? Probably not. So just different. We're in different niches, I guess. People will be highlighting comments like, notice me... Yeah, so that's what happens on these bigger streams, though. People highlight the comments. Doesn't it like cost bits to do that? Or you can, I think on my channel you can highlight with your crab eggs, your points. But on a lot of channels, I think you have to highlight with bits, don't you? Or you have to highlight with, you know, or donations. You can then highlight if you donate. So yeah, that's just how it works. That's kind of like the power of attention doing its thing, I guess. I guess attention is valuable. So if you're getting a lot of attention, and people will fight for your attention, you know? So if you're getting a lot of attention, people will fight for your attention. They'll pay money to do it. I think that's how it works. So, yeah. But anyway, we'll figure that out when we get to it. Right now, I can pretty much reply to everyone, and it's fine. Crab Eggs here, but I think bits on the other channels, yeah. Elden Ring being one of them. So yeah, I'm excited for gamers like that to finally get to play these things. Wait, shall I keep this in? One of them. See, I'm excited for gamers like that to finally... Oh yeah, I should keep this in, because it's the actual video. I never became Elden Lord. Oh, I need to go back and finish Elden Ring, don't I? It looks high res. This looks like a good addition. That looks higher res than what I played on PC. It looks like it's Now, if we did Elden Ring on this channel, I think I might have to start again. Because most of the YouTube viewers have never seen any of my Elden Ring stream. Even though I did a lot of Elden Ring. I did a lot of Elden Ring streams. They're saved to my hard drive, but they're not saved to YouTube, so... I mean, what I could do is start uploading my Elden Ring stream to YouTube, but I'm not sure if that's a good idea. To upload VODs, so many VODs. So I try to keep my uploads of VODs low. So occasionally I'll upload a VOD if I had a stream that corrupted for whatever reason, like it was laggy or whatever, and then the hard drive version is fine. What I'll do is then re-upload, just so the playlist is complete. But yeah, most of the time I avoid uploading VODs because I think people prefer the highlights on my main channal. Like long-term content, they prefer the highlights and cut down videos. And then they prefer going to the VOD page for the VODs. So that's how I imagine it anyway. You could upload one old vid every Sunday. Gives us something to watch. I guess I could. I got some really old vids. But maybe I'll wait on that for a while. Maybe I'll wait on that until... Because I think there will be demand for that once my channel grows more. But I think at the moment there's not much demand for that. But, so for example, say a channel like PewDiePie. Now, if PewDiePie had old videos he had never released, then it would be people would be very, very happy to watch an old video of his every Sunday. Same with like Mr. Beast. Any of these really big content creators, like people would just be very interested to see. Like even if it was a shit video. Even if it was a shit video, they'd be interested to see, like, wow, he used to be really shit, and now he's great. What great work he's done, you know what I mean? So it's at a certain stage of growth, and at a certain stage of your channel, then people will want that. But I don't think I'm there yet. So I got loads of old videos. I got tons of them. I got tons that no one's ever seen, apart from those, like, 3 people that were maybe watching my stream back then. So yeah, I got tons of those. But I guess I'll upload them, start uploading those when people actually want them. Hey, Dire Caribou. How's the editing coming along? Let's see. I think pretty slowly. Oh no, actually, we're getting there, we're getting there. What time is it? Okay, I gotta speed up. We only got like an hour left, and I gotta get the video out. So let's do it. Let's lock in.
Excited for gamers like that to finally get to play these things.
But yeah, how have you guys liked the editing stream today? It's not something I've done it before, but it's not something I usually do. Someone did suggest it the other day, which I think put a brainworm in my brain. And now it's happening. You know, someone suggested that I do an editing stream, and I was like, I don't know about that. I think I'll stick to gaming, and then today I was like, I'm doing an editing stream.
It looks high res. This looks like a good addition. That looks high res than what I play on PC.
Keep the videos for when the growth booms. Is that way you can still have the Sunday off, and if people want more, then you could watch old vids. Oh yeah. On Sundays, you could upload the old vids. Yeah, I agree with you, Throw Apocalypse.
It looks like it's gonna look good on the Switch too.
But I don't want to spam people with old vids they're not interested in. That's the thing. So I'll wait until until I have more of a footing on YouTube.
Hades! Oh, I never played this. That's exciting to me. I never played Hades. It looked really good though. This looks like a great Switch game.
Okay, so I think I can just fast forward here because this is all the Nintendo Direct playing. I can just fast forward because I'm pretty confident that anything I'm saying here I can keep in, because I trust myself that I wasn't saying anything bad there that's or that I need to take out the video. And then here,
so it's not running as good on the Switch 2 as you're seeing.
Okay, I'm talking about split fiction performance. That's all right. I think I'll keep this in.
PC and PS5, of course, because you know they're still much more powerful than the Switch 2. But it looks like it's running the game well. So split fiction will actually give us a good idea of what the Switch 2 can do, right? So it's pretty impressive that it can play split fiction at all, right? Because this is like a new game. This is the new game for the new consoles.
I'm saying right too much. Let's see if I can stop that.
Pretty impressive that it can play split fiction at all, right? Because this is like a new game. This is the new game for the new consoles. Fiction at all, right?
I might try to cut it here. Split fiction at all. See if I can do that.
Fiction at all, right?
Right here. Because I just don't like... I was saying right too many times. I just don't like it.
Right, because this is like a new game. This is the new game for the new consoles. Now,
and then we'll just cut this out, see if that works.
Fiction at all. This is the new game for the new consoles.
I mean, it's a bit choppy.
Split fiction at all. This is the new game for the new consoles. Fiction at all. This is the new game.
But okay, we're going to try a trick that I've used before. So let's find the crossfade. Constant power crossfade, okay? I'm going to put that in the audio right here. I'm going to put that effect between these two audio clips. Now sometimes this makes it smoother.
Play split fiction at all, right? This is the new game for the new...
No, that's terrible. So that didn't work. Okay.
Fiction at all. This is the new game for the new console.
I might just keep it choppy. Yeah, a bit of chop on a video this long. A bit of chop. The viewer's not going to care too much. Might just keep it choppy.
So it's pretty impressive that it can play split fiction at all. This is the new game for the new consoles.
Yeah, I'll keep it choppy.
Now, if you look in this screen, I mean, everything's rendered to a decent level of quality, right? But it's not quite PS5 level. Well, it's not nearly PS5 level. Not nearly PC quality. But it seems smooth. It seems 5 level. Well, it's not nearly PS5 level. Not nearly... I mean, everything's rendered to a decent level of quality, right? But it's not quite PS5 level. Well, it's not nearly PS5 level. Not nearly PC quality. Now, I don't need to put that... Well, it's not nearly. I don't need to correct myself with the better terminology there. So I'm just going to cut that out. That's, yeah, waste of your time. So there you go. So I clarified because I like to get my speech spot on, but I didn't need my speech spot on there. Screen. I mean, everything's rendered to a decent level of quality, right? But it's not quite PS5 level on the rendering, but it seems smooth. There you go. See, I didn't need that part where I said it's not nearly. So at first I was saying it's not quite there. Then I was like, well, it's not even close, basically. But I don't need to say that. I just don't for this video, so I was clarifying exactly what I meant, but I don't need to do that. It seems smooth, and the presentation level is adequate. Like, I'm not looking at this smooth, and So I'm stuttering here, so let's see if I can cut the stutter. Presentation level is... I can cut it right here, because I'm stuttering here. So I do this a lot, by the way. I am a bit of a stutterer. Seems smooth, and... I wonder if other streamers stutter much. I don't know. Well, XQC does. XQC's got it worse than me, a lot worse. So, and he's done quite well for himself, so can't feel too bad about stuttering. Smooth presentation level is adequate. Like, I'm not looking... There you go. See, I just cut out the stuttering because you don't need to hear stutters. Now, sometimes I keep a little bit of stuttering because I'm just like, yeah, it's fine. A little bit of stutter. Looking at this and thinking, oh, the audio can't be read quickly enough from storage. That's weird. Ugly. But I am noticing that the models are like a bit lower poly. And there's a bit more like pop-in of models and things like that. So right now I'm analyzing the graphics. Now I'm going to keep this in because why not? I actually like graphics analyzation. Do you ever watch those Digital Foundry videos? The Digital Foundry videos where they go through like all the graphics technologies that they're using and they pixel count and everything. I find that kind of enjoyable, so I'm going to keep in my little bit of graphics analysis here. I'm stuttering super hard after I became conscious of it. Hey, Dire Caribou. Alrighty, I'm back. How is the editing coming along? Oh, it's going well. It's something different, which I think is always good. Yeah, so my content... you can say that it's very different from everyone else's, at the very least. Yeah, because it is just it's an expression of myself on the internet. Everyone's different, so if you are an expression of yourself, then your content's going to be quite different from everyone else's. So, yeah, that's kind of like my guiding star is, is this me? And if it is, then I'm like, well, I guess I'm doing the job of a YouTuber. If I'm putting my thoughts forward and my expression forward, then I'm doing the job of a YouTuber. Now, if I'm putting someone else's thoughts forward and I'm neglecting my own expression, then I am doing something else. And I don't think that's optimal for a YouTuber, is it? But people can get trapped in that kind of... People can get trapped in that kind of box of, you know, maybe they start out and they were never genuine to begin with, and then they might gain success by not being genuine. Then they get in real trouble later because they're like, oh shit, I don't think I can keep up this charade anymore, you know? Models and things like that. Firemoth says, when's the next stream when you're stream editing the stream of editing the stream? Oh, that'd be good. Yeah, I'll edit this stream next. I'll edit my editing stream down. Oh god, that will get confusing. It's already confusing enough. Like, so this is a pause, ripple delete. Like, so I don't like much pauses in my videos. So as you can see here, just talking. And there's a bit more like pop-in of models and things like that. Like, so this scene here. So do I even need this? So I'm just looking through Split Fiction and I'm rewinding and going back, right? So have we already watched the full trailer here? I think I'm rewinding. Yeah, I think I'm rewinding so we can cut a lot of this out. Bit more like pop-in of models and things like that. Like, so this scene here, I mean, it looks like that. Like, yeah, so I can cut this part out when I'm looking for the footage. Not important. or like pop-in of models and things like that. So this scene here, there you go. See, I just saved your time. I saved you all time. People appreciate that, I think. So just then I was so I took out the part where I was searching for the right clip because it's not really relevant. I just skipped straight to where I found the clip and I'm talking about it. This scene here, I mean, it looks nice. You want to kind of teleport around to save time for the viewer, for the most part in YouTube, for YouTube. Unless there's a point to the scene. Hello, Vixen Mama Blue. Hey, how are you? When are you going to play some more Marvel Rivals? That's a good question. I haven't really thought about it, but apparently there's some new updates. So probably we will get some going at some point for the community game night, I guess. So Monster Hunter Wilds has taken the place for community game night recently. But we could go back to some Marvel Rivals at some point. Yeah, I've heard there are some updates. Also, I want to see how Marvel Rivals runs on the dual stream PC. I haven't played it on the dual PC. Have I been scratching here? Oh, dude. I've been scratching myself raw. What the heck is this? Why have I been doing that? Oh, well. So, tell me if I'm scratching myself. So I have to stop. Imagine editing the stream that was about editing the stream while watching him editing the stream. Oh, jeez. I'm going to take KorokuGaming and chat along while I mow my poor lawn. Oh, nice. So, it's still light outside for you to mow, because right now it's pitch black over here. Enjoy your lawn mowing adventure, Fimorth. We'll keep the editing vibes alive while you're out there. You saved us time taking out the chat that we already watched, so not saving us time since we watched it twice now. Yeah, but this is for everyone that didn't watch this stream. It's for the masses. It's for everyone on YouTube. They're all going to watch it. It's going to get 1 billion views. Here, I mean, it looks nice. So the Switch 2 is delivering nice graphics. It's delivering nice graphics. Now, they're not going to be cutting edge. But everything... No, I don't think I need to do this bit about cutting edge. I can just say it's delivering nice graphics. There you go. But everything's going to look nice. And it can run... Oh, wait, I might have to keep that last bit in. Unless I cut right here. It looks nice. So the Switch 2 is delivering nice graphics. But everything's going to look nice. And it... Yeah, I think I can just cut this. There you go. Nice graphics. And it can run some of the latest games. So Split Fiction is literally... There you go. Yeah, I didn't need that shit, see? See how we save time? A new game. And the Switch 2 can run it. So I'm talking about it's cool how this is a new game, and it is Split Fiction, and the Switch 2 runs it. And it runs it well from the looks of things. That's pretty cool. And the Switch 2 can run it. That's exciting. It is exciting, yeah. Do I need this pause here for dramatic effect? Run it. That's exciting. I'm gonna keep this in for dramatic effect. Oh yeah. Make sure you comment on the YouTube video. Damn, that pause for dramatic effect was incredible at this timestamp. Then everyone will like the comment. It's literally a new game, and the Switch 2 can run it. That's exciting. That's pretty exciting, right? So it can run some current gen games, but I'm going to take out this to say, so I'm going to save, I'm going to waste time with a dramatic pause, then I'm going to save time right here to make up for it. It's pretty exciting, right? So it can run some current gen games. That's exciting. That's pretty exciting, right? So it can run. That's exciting, right? So it can run. See, I save the time here. Waste time, save time, perfectly balanced. So it can run some current
as all
gen
things
games
should be.
With some visual downgrades, but it still looks nice.
I don't think I need this. I've already like said this in different ways already. I'm just saying like the same thing in different ways.
Game. And the Switch 2 can run it. That's exciting. So it can run some current gen games with some visual downgrades, but it still looks nice. With some visual downgrades.
Oh, I need to keep this in because look, the video starts here like while I'm talking.
Visual downgrades.
Unless I mute myself here, I could do that. My editor does. So the person I used to pay to edit did that a lot. He just muted me sometimes.
Exciting. So it can run some current gen games with some visual downgrades, but it still looks nice, but with some visual downgrades.
Why am I repeating myself so much here? What's wrong with me? Okay, so yeah, I might just mute myself here. I might mute myself and cut out a load of this shit. Let's see.
Presentation level is adequate. Like, I'm not looking at this and thinking.
It actually gets harder. So the further I go into the video, it gets harder to edit because I'm probably getting more tired. So I'm like repeating myself more than at the start of the video.
What the switch you can do, right? So it's pretty impressive that it can play Split Fictional. This is a new game for the new consoles. Now, if you look at this screen, I mean, everything rendered to a decent level of quality, right? But it's not quite PS5 level rendering, but it seems smooth. It seems smooth. Presentation level is adequate. Like, I'm not looking at this and thinking, ugh, ugly. But I am noticing that the model's like a bit lower poly, and there's a bit more like pop-in of models and things like that. So this scene here, I mean, it looks nice. So the Switch 2 is delivering nice graphics, and it can run some of the latest games. So Split Fiction is literally a new game, and the Switch 2 can run it. That's exciting. So it can run some current gen games.
Yeah, I don't need this part at all, do I? So
that's exciting.
That's exciting should be the end of when I'm talking about this.
So it can run some current gen games.
And this part, delete. Definitely delete. I might just cut it here. Okay, I'm going to cut it right here. Ripple delete. This is a pro working here. See this? This is pro shit. And then this part here, I'm going to unlink. I'm just going to like get this. I'm going to grab this here. That's the me speaking there. And I'm going to get the pen tool. And I'm just going to do this. Watch this. This is pro shit. I'm just going to mute the heck out of myself. Like this. Boom. No audio for you. Boom. There you go. There you go. There you go. So I just muted myself. See, like.
That's exciting.
Because what I'm saying there, it doesn't need to be in the video. So yeah, there we go. We solved the problem.
So you can see here her...
A lot of editing is just problem solving. You're like, oh, this is terrible. Or how do we fix this? And then you solve the problem. It's only 5 right now for you. Oh, you gotta mow that lawn. It's gonna get too late soon. Save us time before you save us time. You're a streamer. Can you not multitask? Damn it. So are we in Fire's pockets right now while he mows the lawn? Interesting. Yeah, we're all in Fire's pocket while he mows the lawn. That's weird.
A hair rendering,
including me.
Fuzzy compared to what you see on the PS5.
So what am I saying here?
So you can see here her hair rendering was a little fuzzy compared to what you see.
Yeah, I guess I'm still doing graphics analysis like I'm on Digital Foundry. Except better, of course. I'm like the better Digital Foundry.
So...
Okay, I'm going to relink these clips because they're currently unlinked, which is just makes it slower to edit. There you go, relink. Because now when I select the clips, it selects all of them so I can cut right down the middle, like a samurai, when I cut.
So,
rather than cutting one by one, the clips.
The model pop in. So right here, so you see this pinata looking thing in the sky.
Yeah, so this is something I actually noticed watching the trailer back the first time. So the pinata goes low poly in the distance.
Now this right here looks very hexagonal. You can see the low polyness on the model here. But when...
No, now do I need to say it's hexagonal then say it's low poly? Probably not.
Sky. Now this right here looks very hexagonal. You can see the low polyness on the model here. Thing in the sky. Now this right here looks very hexagonal. You can see the low polyness on the model here. But when they get close to it, look what...
I think I actually do need to put both those parts in. It's just more easy to understand that way. It sounds better too, it flows better. Because I'm like, look, it looks hexagonal. And I'm like, so the low poly model here, then it's... Yeah, I think I'll keep that in.
But when they get close to it, look what happens.
I think I'll keep that in. Do I need it in? Not really, but I think it's going to help some people with clarification over what I'm talking about.
It smooths out. It smooths out. Boom, now it's round.
It smooths out, now it's round. Yeah, so this as well, I'm saying it a different way, but I think it works. So I'm saying it smooths out, now it's round. But I could just say it smooths out, or I could just say now it's round. Well, now it's round on its own might work.
It smooths out. Boom, now it's round. It smooths out. Boom, now it's round.
I could say just boom, now it's round.
Boom, now it's round. To it, look what happens. It smooths out. Boom, now it's round.
No, I think I need it smoothed out. I think I do need that. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it. I'm regretting telling you that all of you are in my pocket. I hope he pays us for helping him mow the lawn. Oh, true, actually. Yeah, Firemorph, you gotta give us pocket money because we're helping you mow the lawn right now. We're we're doing lawn work without you without consenting as well. That means you have to pay extra. Okay, keep editing this.
Kind of performance trade-offs there.
What's it gonna cost him, chat? What do you think? What do you charge for lawn mowing services?
Performance trade-offs they're doing on the Switch 2 to keep this game running well. Keep this game running well. Kind of performance trade-offs they're doing on the Switch 2 to keep this game running well. Round. So that's one of the performance kind of performance trade-offs there.
Well, I say performance then kind of performance, so I think I can make a cut here somewhere.
Performance kind of performance trade.
So I can probably cut myself before I say performance here.
One of the
I think I can cut right there. One of the and then we go into performance. Yeah, I think we can cut this out here. Let's see.
Kind of performance trade. Of the kind of performance trade-offs.
Well, I say kind of performance. I think we can cut it further. We can go deeper.
Kind of
I think we can cut right here. Let's see if it works. Might be a bit choppy.
The performance trade-off
wasn't even choppy. Perfect.
The performance trade-offs there.
Beautiful. That's what I call a cut. See that? We cut out a load of bullshit, and now it flows like a river.
The performance trade-offs there.
There we go. It's a small lawn, but you force us to work. The Theropocalypse thinks they should be paid 50 big ones. Smackaroonies. Oh, you can send my lawn mowing wages to Croco. Thank you, Theropocalypse. Thank you, Theropocalypse.
Doing on the Switch 2 to keep this game running well.
Nice. Okay, we gotta cut this down. Okay, so we just got some really good editing gains here. That was a perfect cut. Incredible. We should win an award. What's the reward for, like, editing that they get in the... Did they even get that? Is that a thing? Hang on. Is that a thing? Award for editing. Oh, the Academy Award for Best Film Editing. BAFTA Award for Best Editing. Independent Spirit Award for Best Editing. And Ace Eddie Awards. Okay, I think I just won all of those, to be honest. Hey, what's this?
Legendary $65.50 tip from Firemorph. Lawn mowing services.
Thank you so much! Thank you so much, Firemorph! The Switch 2 fund is getting closer. I will buy the Switch 2. I am willing it from the universe. Thank you so much. Appreciate the patronage. Thank you for paying us for mowing your lawn. I mean, it's only fair. It's only fair. We're helping you mow the lawn over here. This isn't a charity over here. We're helping you. Yeah, thank you so much. And yeah, that would have hit the normal dono goal pretty much. But today... we got a different goal. So this goal will run until 8th of April, by the way. So this is going to be a longer running goal than normally. Usually I do a daily goal. But yeah, thank you so much. Every little helps, of course. We're trying to get a Switch 2 so I can make Switch 2 content for all you guys. Goddamn. You know what I'm excited for, gamers? So this week, I started the Week of Discipline, right? And it hasn't just been going it hasn't just been going okay, it's been going really well. I'm like locked in to the YouTube and Twitch grind. So if I'm doing this every day, and it's only been 4 days, and I've released 3 videos, and I'm about to release a 4th video onto YouTube, and I've done how many streams? Like four, this is my 4th stream. So in 4 days, I've done 4 streams, and I'm about to do 4 videos, hopefully. What happens in a month? What if I keep doing this for a whole month? What if I keep doing this for 2 months? What if I keep doing this for a year? It's kind of exciting to think about. Like, what if I'm just locked in now? This is it. I'm doing it. I'm locked in. It took me a while to get this locked in, but I'm locked in now. I think that might be happening. I think I might just be locked in. And then in 10 years, what's going to happen? In 10 years, I'll have like 3,000 videos released at this rate. Holy shit. Yeah, think about it. 10 years, I have over 3,000 videos released if I keep releasing at this rate. Like, what's the exponentials we're dealing with here? Like, how does that work? Because I don't know. I feel like I'm locked in and I'm doing what I like to do, and I feel like I feel like I can just keep doing it forever now. Like, keep releasing videos forever. But we'll see. We'll see. Dire Caribou says, okay, I have a joke for you, but it's a bit too long to type it all in one chat, so I have the whole joke written in 2 separate chats. Okay. Okay, I'm here for that. I'm bearing with you. You have been extremely locked in. Respect. Thank you, guy on the internet. Yeah, I think I'm going to stay locked in. Let's see how it goes. I'm going to stay as locked in as possible. That was the whole point of this week of discipline. It was to start the process of locking in. But day 4, and I feel pretty damn locked in. So hopefully things continue this way. Apocalypse says, man, I could have been a scammer if he's so successful at it. Wait, did you just try to scam Fimorth? Was this a scam? I thought you were running a legitimate lawn mowing business. What the heck? Are you coming forwards now as a scammer? Jesus. I thought you were just running a legitimate lawn mowing service and you were helping out Fimorth there. And they were paying you a fair wage. What the heck is this? I didn't try it. Already just scammed him. Oh, jeez. Oh, no. Dire Caribou says, a guy from the city is out driving in the country. He passes a farm and sees the farmer holding a pig up. Oh, wait. I'll wait for your second chat, actually, then I'll read it together. Yeah, thank you so much, guy on the internet. I appreciate that you've noticed that I'm a little bit locked in now. Oh, extremely, sorry, locked in. Zero Nation says, would you recommend a 12-button side mouse for video editing? Not needed. Not needed. So I edit on a 5-button mouse. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5-button mouse. A normal mouse with a scroll, just a normal scroll wheel and 2 side buttons. So it's like an FPS mouse, really, a first-person shooter mouse. That does the job. I mean, you don't need a 12-button mouse for video editing. So a good mouse that does seem nice for video editing is the Logitech Master. Is it called the 3S or 2S? Like, I think they're both good, actually. But the Logitech Master Mouse, I think it's called. Is that what they're called? Anyway, the Logitech makes a nice mouse that's just nice for using the computer with. So those are good. But I tend to just use a very basic mouse. A lightweight gaming mouse. So would I recommend... I would just say it's not needed. You'll get on fine with keyboard shortcuts and a standard mouse. Well, the important thing is that you get down to editing. The important thing is you spend time editing. Just slam your head against your keyboard enough times in your editing suite, and you'll be fine. The Apocalypse says you can't tell anyone since you're actually an accomplice in the scam law. No, I'm not. I deny accomplishing. No. I'm not going down. I'm not going down to the slammer. You can't make me. I'm not going back there again. No. Dire Caribou. Okay, should we read Dire Caribou's joke? Well, let's do it. Well, so we're going to read Dire Caribou's joke, then I'm going to lock into the editing again. And when shall I finish stream today? I think I'll finish stream at actually in like 20 minutes. And then what I'll do is I'll
I'll finish in 20 minutes, then I'll edit off stream like as fast as I possibly can and actually get the video out. Because I feel like if I stay on stream, I'm not actually going to finish the video. I need like half an hour locked in on my lonesome, I think, to really finish this. Yeah, I need like a half hour locked in on my lonesome. Yep, looks like it. But I want to release this video before midnight. So let's read this joke. So, a guy from the city is out driving in the country. He passes a farm and sees the farmer holding a pig up, so the pig can eat apples out of an apple tree. The city slicker has never seen anything like that, so he stops, hops the fence, and approaches the farmer. "What in the world are you doing?" the city slicker asks. "Holding up my pig so he can eat apples out the tree," said the farmer says. "Why not shake the tree and let your pig eat the apples off the ground?" the city slicker says. "Wouldn't that save a lot..." Wait. Sorry. "Wouldn't that save a lot of time?" "Well," the farmer says, "what's time to a pig?" What's time to a pig? I get it. So he was thinking from the pig's perspective, the farmer. Is that the joke? So the joke is the farmer was thinking from the pig's perspective there. So he thinks he's asking about the pig, like, wouldn't that save the pig time? He's not thinking about his own time. Yeah, that's a pretty clever little story. I like it. The Apocalypse says you cannot tell anyone since you're a... Oh, wait, I already read that. I've been looking at the DaVinci Resolve editing panel, or the mini color panel. Oh! What do you mean the mini color panel? I think, doesn't DaVinci have like a cool color wheel thingy? I think I might not know what you're talking about. I think I was looking at it once in the features and I was like, that looks cool. Did you get paid from 800k views in the AMV? No, I did not. 0. So, to this day, I've never received a single cent from YouTube. So I've never been paid in my life by YouTube. Not even a single cent, not a single dime. I've never received any money from Google, AdSense, or YouTube. Never. So yeah, no is the answer for that. It would be nice if I were paid something. But, yeah. Yeah, I've never been paid by YouTube, so I'm hoping this month I reach monetization. I might even try to get that video monetized, the AMV. I might try. I might see if I can get that monetized on my channel, because it's quite popular. Now, the problem with that video is that it's, so it has audio that's claimed by some band, because it's like a, I've forgotten what the band's name at this point. It's Hollow, oh yeah, Submersed. So it's a song by Hollow from Submersed. So because it's their song on the video, it's claimed, I'm pretty sure, by whoever owns their music. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I can't monetize that video, but I might reach out and see if I can. I might reach out and see if it's possible. Reach out to the people that own the music. I don't know. You sound disappointed. No, I'm not disappointed. Disappointed about what? That I'm not paid for the AMV, yeah? But your joke, no, I liked it, actually. I like that joke. Therapocalypse says, don't worry about YouTube, at least you got the lawn mowing business. That's true. We got the lawn mowing business to keep us afloat. Hey, Yahya Gaming, how you doing? The cool thing is, if you buy Resolve Edit Panel, it comes with a copy of Resolve. Wink, wink, wink. If you buy a Resolve Edit Panel, it comes with a copy of... Wait, what's a Resolve Edit Panel? I don't even know what this is. I'm gonna look. Look, I didn't spend all these years getting frustrated with Premiere to switch now, okay? I learned how to get around all the bad stuff of Premiere. Okay? That's time I'll never get back, so I don't want to ever switch. So, a Resolve Edit panel. Oh, shit. What the frick are these? These are really expensive. So, Resolve Speed Editor. Whoa. I didn't even know these existed. Guys, look at this shit. Look at this thing. Wait, hang on. I'm going to show you in a second. Look at this thing I just found. So, this... Wait, that's not the right scene. Look at this thing I just found. Blackmagic Design. DaVinci Resolve Speed Editor. Get out of my face, honey. I should take honey out my browser. They scam people. Anyway. Blackmagic Design DaVinci Resolve Speed Editor. Look at this thing. Has loads of buttons and like a big wheel thingy. And it costs 342 big ones. That's almost cost as much as the Switch 2. What a bad decision that would be to buy this instead of the Switch 2. My god. You're making some bad decisions if you're buying this instead of the Switch 2. But anyway. Apparently this makes editing faster. I don't think it would. I don't think my speed in editing is limited by my keyboard and mouse. I think it's limited by my brain, to be honest. I think it's limited by me. I don't think buying this would help my editing at all. To be perfectly honest with you. But that's kind of cool that that exists. So this is a micro color panel. So what's this? Oh, looks fancy. Looks really fancy. But I don't know what it does. But anyway. Ooh. Oh, look, a cable for... A tiny cable for £17. Okay, so someone was talking about scams earlier. I think I just found one. Oh my goodness. A Condor high-speed USB-C cable, 12 inches of cable for £17. Bloody hell. Now that is a scam if I ever saw one. Or this one, a USB-C to USB-C right angle for £50. But it is orange, I guess. Wow. That is... Whoa. So what site is this? CVP. I guess it's... Oh, it's like cameras and studio equipment and stuff. Anyway, that was a cool rabbit hole to look at for a second. You sound like John Wick. Oh, cool. John Wick. So what does John Wick actually sound like? He sounds like, I'm here to kick ass. I don't actually know what John said. He sounds like Keanu Reeves, but I forget how he even sounds like. I'm John Wick and I'm here to kick ass. What? There was a line from John Wick 4 where he says something awesome. Wait, what was the cool line in John Wick 4? He's like, it was like just before he went out to kick some serious ass. What? Maybe if I type John Wick 4 best lines. Happy hunting. It was when he was... I think he got like suited up or something, and... I kind of want to rewatch John Wick 4. It was really good. I can't remember. Anyway. John Wick has some really good lines, actually, just in general. John Wick has good lines from the entire, like, cast. It's not just John Wick with the... In fact, John Wick doesn't have many lines, so most of it is the other cast. But I just remember even the first one has some great standout lines. Like when they're talking about the Baba Yaga. That bit's awesome. I love that. 12 inches for $17? No, £17, even more. How are they using it? Oh yeah, they're connecting one thing here to this thing here. That's what they're doing. Are you streaming on YouTube and Twitch? Yes, I am. That is expensive. That site is full of expensive things. If you want to go and have a look. It's for professionals creating things for a living. And they find all sorts of ways to make their process a little bit faster to make a lot more money over time. So that gear does actually have use for someone. Just not me at the moment. Would be a very bad purchase for me to make, but maybe 10 years down the line it'll be a good purchase, who knows. I have 2 of those cables. Damn, Firemorph. It has its purpose. It's probably a very nice cable. It probably smells nice. That cable probably smells really good. £342 for a little plaque with buttons and a dial on it. Yeah, but it probably has really smooth action on that dial, let's be honest. It's Black Magic. Black Magic design makes high quality kit. It's probably extremely high quality, that thing. I'm going to make a 4-inch cable and sell it for £25. You'll make a lot of money that way, Theropocalypse. Maybe you should start a business. A cable business. Call it 4-inch cables. People will be like, I've always wanted a 4-inch cable, but they always did them in millimeters and they never perfectly 4 inches, but these ones are all perfect. And I happily pay 25 big ones for this 4-inch cable. Because it's actually exactly 4 inches, just like I needed. Loving husband, that is the line. You think so? I don't know. I can't remember the line, to be honest, but I just remember there being a really cool line. I don't think it was loving husband. If I get an edit or color panel, I will have a copy of Resolve I don't need. Oh, okay. So you have a spare copy of Resolve. Interesting, interesting. Do you want to buy a 4-inch cable for 25? It's a compact 3.2 cable that can connect to my SSD to my camera without too much bulk. Hard to get that fast enough cable usually. Yeah, I mean cables are technically all different quality levels, so if you needed something rugged, it probably is worth something to someone, but I always get cheap cables. I always get the cheap ones. Like, I just look for the speed I need, then I just get the cheap ones. I feel very called out for my cable. Yeah, Theropocalypse is bullying you now. It's not the size that counts, it's how you use it. Theropocalypse says I'm going to make the cable smaller and more expensive. No, the cable is long. We do not judge, do we agree? Yes, that cable is very long. To be honest, 12 inches is quite long for a cable, I guess. It's not super short, it's like 30 centimeters. But it's just that you can buy meter-long cables for cheaper. That's where the value assessment comes in. I'm thinking, why is this so expensive for this 12-inch cable when I can get a like 5-meter cable for this money? If you come to a rack, a meter-long cable is about $3. I think it is around here. Well, high-speed USB-C, I'm not sure about that. I'm going to check the prices. Check the prices. So let's see here. So, high-speed USB-C. 1 meter. About £8 for 1 meter. £8. Oh no, wait, that's a monitor cable. So what kind of cable are we looking for here? It's very important. Okay, so this is Gen 3.2, so it's £12. So £12 for a meter for a high-speed data transfer 3.2 Gen 2. So I'm pretty sure that's like super high speed, right? 3.2 Gen 2 is fast. Then this one over here, 5 meters for £30, but that's a that was fast. Yeah, that was 20 gigabits per second high speed. So yeah, so £12 for a 1 meter. Is that 1 meter? Is it 1 meter? No, that's only half a meter. But the 1 meter is also £12. So the 50 centimeter is £12, but also the 1 meter is also £12. Cool. And if you want proof, here you go. Well, I guess it's actually closer to £13. But anyway, look, 50 centimeter, £12. 1 meter, also £12. Also 30 centimeter is 10. So I guess like when you get to smaller cables, they don't go down in price that much. You get more value for your cable if you get the longer ones. You need to get a long cable, then cut it up into smaller pieces. That's how you save a lot of money here. Buy a long ass cable, then cut it up into smaller pieces, then you save a lot of money. Yes, that will definitely work. Very good advice. Anyway, let's get off Amazon. So I don't know why there's a Ryzen in my basket. Why is there a Ryzen in my basket? So I have a shared family Amazon. So there's a Ryzen 9 Oh, I think I actually put this in here a long time ago, but that's strange. So it's saved. So I think I did put a 9800X, or unless it's my brother putting in that, but he doesn't need this. He already has a 7950X 3D. I'm hoping that was me putting that in there. I hope my brother's not planning on buying that. Because he already has a 7950X 3D and he doesn't need a 9. I was hoping that was me when I was checking the prices the other day. Anyway, CPUs. Has a CPU in my basket. No matter the length, the cable better have girth. Yeah, because the girth will protect the cable inside. That's true. Very true. Hoping the cable doesn't underperform or burn out after 5 seconds. That is very true. Colby Jack, welcome to the stream. Welcome. Are we even talking about cables anymore? I think so. I think we're just talking completely about cables and nothing else. Is it a sturdy cable or does it droop? Actually, some cables are pretty stiff these days. I find that some cables are pretty stiff, especially those braided cables. The braided cables sometimes like super stiff, like they don't even bend around corners. It's really annoying sometimes, actually. Don't you hate it when the cable just slips out? Yeah. That is true. That's actually really funny. That one was funny. That's so true as well. I hate it when the cable slips out. Like, oh, have you ever had a phone where the USB port gets loose and then the cable keeps slipping out? Like, legitimately, that's really annoying. That happened to my old phone. The USB port got, like, loose, so the cable would just fall out. It wouldn't stay in. Time to drink water, that's true. Thank you for the hydrates. Oh, I was thirsty, actually. Okay, so to continue editing now, let's go.
So when objects are in the distance, they're going to switch to a very much lower poly model. When you get close to them, they're going to pump out to their higher poly count model. And I mean, that's a good trade-off to make, I reckon. It looks like the game runs well, looks pretty nice. I wouldn't have any problem playing this on the Switch 2. Plump out to their higher poly count model. And I mean, that's a good trade-off to make.
I don't need to put the part where I'm stuttering.
When you get close to them, they're going to plump out to their higher poly count model. That's a good trade-off to make.
Higher poly count model.
I
don't need the
poly.
Sorry. Don't need this burp either.
Higher poly count model. That's a good trade-off to make, I reckon.
I don't need to say the that's.
That's a good.
There you go. I don't need to say that's twice. That's
a good trade-off to make, I reckon. It looks like the game runs well. Looks pretty nice. I wouldn't have any problem playing this on the Switch 2. Like if plump out to their higher poly run some of the latest games. So Split Fiction is literally a new game, and the Switch 2 can run it. That's exciting. So you can see here her hair rendering was a little fuzzy compared to what you see on the PS5, etc. So I'm going to show you where I noticed some model popping. So right here, so you see this pinata looking thing.
I don't need to put this part where I'm seeking in the video. I can just take this out.
So you can see here her hair rendering was a little fuzzy compared to what you see on the PS5, etc.
So here, so I'm going to show you where I've noticed some model popping. So right here, so you see this pinata-looking thing in the sky. Now, this right here looks very hexagonal. You can see the low polyness on the model here, but when they get close to it, look what happens. It smooths out. Well, now it's round. So that's one of the performance trade-offs they're doing on Switch 2 to keep this game running well. So when objects are in the distance, they're going to switch to a very much lower poly model. When you get close to them, they're going to pump out to their higher poly count model. And that's a good trade-off to make, I reckon. It looks like the game runs well, looks pretty nice. I wouldn't have any problem playing this on the Switch 2.
I think that's fine. I think that's good now. I think that's good. Let's continue. So now we've done an hour and a half of editing. Like, the video's an hour and a half long right now. Now, I don't want it to be more than 2 hours, really, so let's hope we can cut it down to at least less than 2 hours long. Let's see how we do.
Like, if I were...
I like watching your behind-the-scenes stream. I want to watch the React video, though. Oh, yeah, that's coming out. That's coming out tonight. The React video of this. So the full VOD's already up of the live stream on YouTube under my lives, but this is going to be the edited down version for everyone. How you doing, Colby Jack? It's time to ascend to a higher life form, says Yahia. AKA, I'm going to go to sleep. It's 1:30 AM. Good night, Yahia Gaming. Have a good sleep. Enjoy. For me, it's not quite that late yet, but it's getting late. So for me, it's 11:30. I probably got to think about leaving soon. Got to think about hanging up my towel. Wait, what? Well, I think about leaving. I don't know what kind of expression I was going to use there. Hanging... Oh, throwing in the towel. Yeah, throwing in the towel, sorry. Not hanging up my towel. Vimoth says, if length mattered, I'd have like a 15-foot optical USB 3.2 cable. It sits coiled up on my desk, but yeah, that puppy is not going to hang off the side of my camera. Optical cables are cool. I don't have any. Like, the optical USB cables are cool. And HDMI and stuff. I've never had one myself. I've never bought one. But those are cool because they get no signal degradation over distance. Pretty cool. You can do long runs of those. You can do like a really long HDMI cable run with an optical HDMI cable. It's pretty cool. Colby says, oh, perfect. Okay, watch that. I'm doing well. Thanks. I did watch your discipline viz. Feel like it's working? Yes. It is working. Yeah, so I've been super disciplined the last 4 days. It's been insane. So, yeah, it's sort of like... I think committing to the week of discipline, what it's done is it's fast-tracked me onto the right track of how much I need to work to get enough videos out and everything. And make sure I'm doing my stream every night as well. So yeah, I've been super disciplined and focused on the work that I need to complete each day. So I have had a few pitfalls, but they've been minor. Like this morning, I actually wasted like an hour in the morning. But it wasn't really a waste. So what I was doing in the morning is doing research on the Switch 2 for like an hour. But that's actually like, that's still kind of semi on task. Now in a perfect world, I wouldn't have done that at that time. But, you know, I was semi on task. And it's something that's useful for the content I'm making at the moment. But yeah, that was an hour that kind of didn't go my way. If you could say that. So yeah, I've had a few pitfalls. So that happened just because I've been pushing myself a little bit too hard, maybe. Didn't get enough sleep last night, so I woke up a little groggy and made a bad decision when I woke up because I felt a bit groggy on waking, you know? So I made a bad decision there, but as soon as I put down the phone, then it's been like I've just been working since then, so things have gone very well. The first hour of today didn't go exactly as planned, but then it went very well after that. So I picked myself up and got to work. And yeah, editing this video takes a while. Like editing a reaction video takes a while, especially if it's a long video like this one was. But almost done now. Almost done on this one. So yeah, Colby, I would say it is working, and I will make some more discipline week videos this week. I'll probably do a few that combine multiple days, so I'll talk about my days. So I'll do like so I've done day 1, day 2. I might do a days 3 and 4 video where I talk about days 3 and 4 and what went on and stuff.
And yeah, then I'll catch up, I guess. So the Discipline Week videos have kind of been interrupted by the Nintendo Direct. But that's just... I'm still being disciplined. I just had to make a Nintendo Direct video. Because it's like the current topic. I think it's very... it's a topic that I should cover on my channel, since it's a gaming channel, right? Makes sense. So yeah, it got interrupted by the Nintendo Direct, but I'm staying disciplined still. Got a Hawk tour on the ports of the PC. Oh, true. True. To make sure the USB goes in properly. It's good to hear. Don't be too hard on yourself. You're a human, I think. Yeah, almost a human, I guess. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. One day I will make the leap to human. From subhuman. I'm a subhuman. But one day I will reach full humanity. Okay, so let's continue this edit. Like if I were at someone like... If I were at like someone's like... I'm saying like too much. Like if I were at someone like you're at a friend's house and like let's play some Split Fiction. Oh, I'm literally doing XQC. This sounds like XQC. Listen. Like if I were at someone like you're. Shit. Oh no! I've been streaming too much. It's happening. I'm getting the XQC thing. Where I don't know how to speak anymore. Listen. Like if I were at someone like you're at a friend. How much seconds of audio was this? I think that was like. Like if I were at someone like you're at a friend's house and like that was 3 seconds where I couldn't speak. That's not good. It's like 3 seconds of like if I were at someone like you're at a friend. That's actually very close to how XUC talks all the time. Very, very close impression or impersonation. Okay, here we go. Friend's house and like let's play some Split. Nice. I wouldn't have any problem playing this on the Switch too. So I don't need this next part. So the next part of the video I'm talking about, if I went to a friend's house and they had Split Fiction on the Switch 2, I would not turn my nose up at like the game, the level of quality. I don't need that in because I just talked about that, so that's just repeating myself. It's adding clarification, but it's repeating myself too much for the YouTube video, I say. Like if I were at someone... It's already a long video, I don't need it to be longer. Like you're at a friend's house and like let's play some Split Fiction on the Switch 2. Like if I were... There you go, so... Friend's house and like let's play some Split... Whoops. So I go further through this video. What am I talking about here? I turn my nose up at this version of the game, is what I'm trying to say. Whereas with the Switch games, a lot of the time they would put a game on Switch that really couldn't run very well. So they would release kind of a more modern game on the Switch, and it would be like... I don't think I need to talk about the Switch here. So right here I'm talking about the Switch and how the Switch couldn't run a lot of modern games. But I've already kind of implied that earlier when I said that the Switch, what do you call it? The Switch 2 is going to have more third parties, which and stuff. Is nice to see. This just isn't garbage. It's a pretty high level of quality. And you've got to remember this is running on a handheld. It's only a little bit bigger than the original Switch, so you can't expect it to run like PS5 level quality. But the fact it's able to run current gen games with some visual trade-offs is very promising. And it looks like the version of Elden Ring it gets is very nice and sharp and lovely. Because, of course, so here I'm talking about Elden Ring again. I've already talked about that in the video, so I don't need to. So here I'm just like, I'm talking to chat and I'm going over points we already discussed. I don't really need to do that for the YouTube video. The graphics on Elden Ring, so I'm very excited for that. It looks like Elden Ring is going to run very well on the Switch 2, with very nice graphics. Sounds like a bit like that PC game where they blur the background to help run the mental resolution ray tracing, which I remember the game. I think a lot of games do that. But anyway, yeah, they're using some performance text to get this to run well, but it looks nice. Like, okay, so I think I can cut all this out here. Ripple delete. You know what's nice? Editing every day is nice. So I couldn't do this when I had the delivery job. So this is the first time, actually. This week is the first time I've edited every day. So, I mean, open the Premiere Pro program and really get down and dirty and spend hours in this program, like editing video. Now, before I could only maybe manage that a couple times a week or something when I was doing the delivery driving job. And even then it was hard to find the time.
So that's actually really amazing that I've been able to do this. And you know what happens when you do something every day? You really do get better fast. I've been getting so much better at Premiere Pro these last 4 days. Like the improvement that I'm experiencing in the way I use the program, like I'm getting faster and faster each day. And yeah, just I guess rolling with the punches. Like this is real proper learning. This is repetition. This is what do you call it? This is iteration. So every day I'm doing a similar type of task, and every day I'm finding faster ways to do it. Now, if you take a week off, then when you get back to the program, you'll be slow again. Like you kind of lose some skill. But if you're doing it every day, you're constantly iterating, constantly improving. So that's been really good this week. So I'm just thinking like, how good am I going to be at Premiere in a month's time? I'm going to be Speedy Gonzalez if I manage to get to the editing suite, 5 or 6 times a week, rather than 2 or maybe even 1 some weeks when I was doing the delivery job. Yeah, it was very hard to find the time to actually sit down with Premiere for an extended period before. What's XQC? So XQC, oh, you know who he is now. So XQC is like a popular streamer. He was one of the first streamers I ever saw, because I got into watching streams around the time Overwatch happened. So when Overwatch came out, that's when I got into streams. And XQC was an Overwatch streamer. He was an Overwatch streamer. And I used to watch some of his stream content. I didn't watch his streams that much, but I did pop in occasionally. And what I used to watch were his stream clips, because he would have some hilarious stream clips where he's talking about Overwatch. And I used to play Overwatch, so it was a good fit for me. That's great improvement. Just imagine if you got DaVinci Resolve now, how good would you be in a month, and how much money you would save in a year, 5 years? I'll switch eventually, but now's not the right time. It's not the right time for me. One day I'll be... When Adobe try to charge me more than I'm paying right now, then I'll ditch Adobe. But they're charging me not that much. They're charging me a lot, but it's not as much as they could be charging me. So I'm happy for now. Trying to get you off Adobe. I'm too locked. I learned this. I'm too far gone. I'm too far gone. I'm Adobe now. I'm Adobe for life.
They're using some performance hacks to get this to run.
Okay, so I'm XQC stuttering there.
Some performance hacks.
So what do I need here?
Anyway, yeah, they're using.
So I think here's when I actually managed to get the word out.
They're using some performance.
There you go. I know my stuttering pattern. There you go.
On the Switch too. They're using some performance hacks to get this to run.
So I actually used to have a terrible stutter when I was a child. I used to get bullied for my stutter. Then I grew out of it. Then I got into streaming and I grew into it a little bit more. Yeah, so when I started streaming, I think you just talk so much that it's going to start happening.
They're using some performance hacks to get this to run well, but it looks like the presentation level. It's not bad. Presentation level, it's not bad.
Oh shit, I didn't need to cut there because the video's playing.
They're using some performance hacks to get this to run well, but it looks like the presentation level. It's not bad. It's definitely lower than the PS1 PC, but...
Okay, so this is the next game. EA Sports.
So I'm just going to tune this out a little bit. But maybe they'll have some cool features, so I'll be excited about it. Oh, Hogwarts Legacy, let's go! Oh, I'm so excited again for my friend. So he missed out on Hogwarts Legacy as well. It looks like, it looks good. Looks good. Good presentation level.
I kind of want to go back to Hogwarts Legacy at some point. That game's cool. I like Hogwarts and Harry Potter. I do. I'm sorry, gamers. I'm sorry if you think less of me now, but I do like the books and stuff and Harry Potter, and it makes me feel cozy.
This is nuts for a handheld. It's presentation level. Think about it. It's a handheld. Looks really nice. Looks really nice. That's so nice. Yeah, I'm excited for all those Switch-only gamers that are now going to get to experience the entire last gen of games. And some from this gen.
This was a weird trailer for Tony Hawk's because it had that SpongeBob scene in. That was weird.
Like Hogwarts.
It had like the SpongeBob interim, like 12 minutes later kind of scene.
Legacy was kind of this gen, wasn't it? I think that was PS1 gen. Was this a Tony Hawk's thing? You know what would really be hype for the Switch too? If they announced Skate 4. Remember the EA Skate games? Those are so cool. They're so fun, those Skate games. Did they stop making those? Yeah, they should make Skate 4 for the Switch too. Then people would be absolutely losing their shit. Tony Hawk's just isn't as good as Skate, is it? Well, to be honest, I don't know. Maybe Tony Hawk's is as good these days. I don't know, but I always thought Skate was better than Tony Hawk's games. Like, Tony Hawk's were the OGs, but then Skate came around and it was just like the better version. More fun. You said that last time, then they lowered the amount. No, yeah, so Adobe tried to charge me more, then I cancelled, then they lowered the amount. Yeah, that happened. So yeah, I'm paying the same amount as I was, which I was okay with paying, but when they increased the price, I wasn't okay with paying that. So then I cancelled, but then they said, okay, fine, you can just pay what you were paying. So right now, I'm okay with Adobe, because at least I'm not paying loads. But if the prices ever go up again, then I'll quit. Like, if I cancel, then they say that I have to, if I cancel and then they just cancel, do you know what I mean? Like, if I cancel and they say, no, you can just keep paying the same price, then I'll just keep paying that forever. But if I cancel and they say, okay, you're cancelled now, or they don't accept, if they say I have to pay more, then I will switch. I'll just dump them. I'll be like, okay, bye-bye. Then they'll probably offer me a good deal, you see. Then I'll come back. But yeah, it's a bit push and pull with Adobe. They always try to increase the price every year. They have you in their clutches. Yeah, they do, sorry. They have me. They got me. It worked. Their business model worked on me. Their business model is, this is what you learn in schools. And also everyone tells you that you have to use Adobe, and then you use it, and then you learn how to use it, then you don't want to switch off it, and then they charge you loads of money. What are the benefits of using Adobe? I hear that a load of creators use it to create content, hated using it. Well, once you learn exactly how to use it, then it's good. But if you don't know exactly how to use it, then it's terrible. But I've learned how to use it, so for me it's good. Look at my timeline smoothness. Whoa! See this timeline, how silky it is? Look at that. That's so good. But yeah, most of the time it's not like this for most people. Unless you have an Apple Mac. Now, Apple Macs, it's usually pretty smooth. If you have a PC, then you better know how to use it right. Or it's going to be laggy. No matter your specs, by the way. No matter your specs, it will be laggy if you don't get the setup right. But it looks nice. Look at the presentation level. It's not bad.
So I could just...
this on the Switch too. They're using some performance hacks to get this to run well, but it looks nice. Look at the presentation level. It's not bad.
I think I ramble on about this too much, but you know what? I'm just going to leave it. I'm just going to leave it. I'm just going to let myself ramble. I guess I'm a rambler.
It's definitely.
I'm a rambler. I'm a gambler. I'm a. You know that song? Yeah, I'm yeah.
EA Sports FC. Cool. So I'm not a big sports game fan, so I'm just gonna tune this out.
Yeah, sorry guys, not a big sports games fan. Never really played those.
Hogwarts Legacy, let's go! Oh, I'm so excited again.
Hogwarts Legacy though, I like. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, I like, but I'm not really a big skate. If they made a new skate game, I might actually buy it. But I don't think I'm going to buy Tony Hawk. I just don't see myself doing that. I played the ones on PlayStation though. I had Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, I think, on PlayStation. That was amazing.
The SpongeBob interim that YouTubers use. What the heck?
Yeah, like the SpongeBob bit. Look.
Right.
Yeah, a few moments later. That's so weird. Why'd they put that in an official trailer? This is what YouTubers use when they don't know how to connect their two scenes together. This is... You shouldn't be... Well, anyway, it's funny. At least they use the high-quality That is a high-quality SpongeBob intermission. Look at the resolution there. That's like high quality. The ones I use are always like low-res JPEGs.
Right. Oh, they They use the SpongeBob. They use the SpongeBob interim that YouTubers use. What the heck? They use that in an official like trailer. They use the SpongeBob interim. That's funny. Did they get a YouTuber to?
I think they did that on purpose to get attention, because everyone likes it. Everyone liked that and clapped. What was the inline skating game? Inline skating game? I don't know. So the benefits of using Adobe, it's just like, it's kind of industry standard in most places. So a lot of work, say if you're applying for a job, a lot of them will be like, you need to know how to use the Adobe suite, because that's what they'll have. So yeah, it's like the industry standard in a lot of places for like just editing videos and doing lots of creative work. So yeah, that's the benefit. It's just, you know, everyone uses it. Now, can you do everything in Adobe using different programs? A lot of them free? Yes, you can. So, and are there like arguably better video editors than Premiere Pro? Yes, like DaVinci Resolve is apparently arguably better these days, but yeah, right. All my voice, what's happened to my voice? Can I hold you to that? DaVinci is on offer when Adobe's cancels on you. Okay, yeah. So if my Adobe is cancelled, I'll get your offered DaVinci for sure. DaVinci doesn't have silly problems. You just start ahead with free updates, multiple Adobe programs worth in one software. I better chill now. Thera needs to finish the lawn mowing. Yeah, you better, Thera, you better finish the lawn, or we'll have to like send. I don't know. You have to give the money back to Fimorth. Those who buy the newest version of FIFA and Madden every year and then complain about it confuse me. Oh, they love that. They love that. Yeah, they buy the new one every year, then complain about how it's not as good as the old one. Yeah, I like that. It's funny. You read my chat twice. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I did not realize. I have bad... I'm like a fish. I'm like Dory? Yeah, Dory. That's her name, isn't it? From Finding Nemo.
SpongeBob interim that YouTubers use. What the heck? They use that in an official like trailer. That's funny. Did they get a YouTuber to edit this?
Yeah, I found that extra hilarious. I think most YouTubers and streamers reacting to this will find that funny because nearly everyone's used the SpongeBob intermission in their videos.
Dynasty Warriors, that Hyrule Warriors, but like the new one. I think it's gonna be Hyrule Warriors. And so I'm not actually familiar with the studio name TK. Is that the people that make Dynasty Warriors or something? Like Hyrule Warriors and all those games? Getting busy at work, popping again if I can. See you later, Fimorth. Thank you so much for the support today. I really appreciate it. And thank you so much for being here on the stream today. And thanks for the lurking.
Thanks, Fimorth.
So freaking awesome for lurking instead of leaving. Thank you. Enjoy your break. We'll keep the 200 adventures rolling. We haven't done any of that yet.
So for YouTube videos, for the highlights, I usually cut out a lot of stream interaction unless it's like very on topic and contextual. So I'll probably get rid of a lot of this thing where I'm talking to chat here. So I have kept in, so earlier in the video I have kept in a lot of stream chat, but it's because it was like really on topic. Like if I'm just saying like, hey, thanks for lurking and stuff, I usually cut that out of the highlight reels or the edited down content because most people watching aren't going to be interested in that.
Hyrule Warriors, but like the new one. I think this is going to be Hyrule Warriors. And is this going to be Dynasty Warriors? Hyrule Warriors, but like the new one. I think this is going to be Hyrule Warriors. And so I'm not actually familiar with the studio name TK. Is that the people that make Dynasty?
Yeah, I was right about the game here, but I couldn't remember what the studio was. It's Koei Tecmo makes Dynasty Warriors. Now I know.
I think this is going to be Hyrule Warriors. And so I'm not actually familiar with the studio name TK. Is that the people that make? And So, and also like Koei Tecmo, I did know who they were, I just forgot about them. So I'm not actually familiar with the studio name TK. Is that the people that make Dynasty Warriors or something?
Yeah, I just didn't know that I couldn't place TK, but if I saw, sorry, K, I don't know. I couldn't place the abbreviated version.
Like Hyrule Warriors and all those games. Getting busy at work, pop in again if I can. See you later, Fimorth. Thank you so much for the support today. Really appreciate it. And thank you so much for being here on the stream today. And thanks for the lurking. You're so freaking awesome for lurking instead of leaving. Thank you. Enjoy your break. We'll keep the 200 adventures rolling. We haven't done any of that yet. We haven't even got to that. What time is it now? It's getting late. Yeah, right. I guess I might stay out until midnight today so I can get some wild gameplay going. Or I might just rename the stream to Nintendo Direct. Because, yeah, it looks...
That's what I did. I renamed the stream to Nintendo Direct because we didn't play any World of Warcraft.
I might be here all night on this video. Because I keep having to talk and I keep having to pause and talk about this shit that I'm seeing. This is definitely the most exciting Nintendo Direct we've ever seen. I'm seeing, because this is actually...
I might keep this part in maybe about this is exciting. But I have said that a lot in this video.
This is definitely the most exciting Nintendo Direct we've ever seen since the original Nintendo Switch Direct, I think. This is definitely the most exciting Nintendo Direct we've ever seen since the original Nintendo Switch Direct, I think. And the, like, Tears of the Kingdom announcement. I think this is...
Yeah, I stand by that, by the way. This is the best Nintendo Direct I've ever seen, I think. From memory.
And the, like, Tears of the Kingdom announcement. I think this is pretty much the most exciting one in a long time. This is a very exciting Direct.
I think it's actually the most exciting Direct I've ever seen. And also probably one of the best games showcases I've ever seen, to be honest. Very, very exciting stuff.
This is a very exciting Direct. Some of the time the Nintendo Directs can be boring, actually.
That's true. I've watched from some really boring Nintendo Directs. In fact, there's a video on my YouTube called like the Nintendo Poop Direct or something, because it was so boring. It was mainly like farming simulators for some reason. It was like really weird. A really weird Direct where there were just no games coming for the Switch. So they just like read off all these crappy games. I best head off to bed before I risk being sleep deprived for work in the morning. It's been a pleasure hanging out with you, Koroku. Thank you so much, Dire Caribou. It's been a pleasure having you in the stream. Thank you so much. Yeah, good night. Good night, Dire Caribou.
So this is a very, very good one. Actually. So this is a very, very good one. Yeah, I think this is... some of the time the Nintendo Directs can be boring, actually. So this is a very, very good one. Yeah, I think this is... Hyrule Warriors 2.
It's funny how when I'm watching my stream back editing, I talk about the points I'm talking about. Just like, oh yeah, this is, yeah. I just then like, oh yeah, it was a really good Direct, yeah. Like I'm having a conversation with myself, it's so weird.
Yeah, I think this is Hyrule Warriors 2. So this is going to be about the imprisoning law. It's going to be all about slaying hundreds of people at once. Oh shit, no wait, what is this?
This game looks pretty interesting, to be honest. That Age of Imprisonment. But I probably won't play it. I'm very like, I guess all gamers have this problem now, but we're very time poor for games, aren't we? Because so many great games get released all the time. We just don't have time, and they're so big and long these days. Like every game is like 50 hours plus. How are you going to have time for all of them? You can't. So you really got to pick and choose your games. And even though this game looks brilliant, I'm probably not going to choose it as my game. I'm going to choose something else.
I'm going to be excited.
You got to choose wisely.
That was Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. It's being developed by Koei Tecmo Games. Okay, that's what KT is. We hope you're looking forward to the untold story of the imprisonment.
Yeah, KT, Koei Tecmo.
And now some news about Nintendo.
Okay, cool. This was like the F-Zero announcement and stuff. Then I'd probably talk about GameCube. See what I talk about here.
For 3 minutes, and it's our ads now, aren't I? Hang on. Let's run ads for 3 minutes. And
I'm just going to run ads. Okay, that's boring.
Oh yeah, shit. Wait, I'm supposed to run the ads now, aren't I? Hang on. Let's run ads for 3 minutes, and I'll see you guys. Oh yeah, shit. Wait, I'm supposed to run the ads now.
Okay, I'm going to mute myself here because I'm talking about running ads, which isn't relevant to YouTube. Because they're only for Twitch, so... I actually haven't run the ads in a while, have I? But that's fine. I think I'll actually go... Yeah, I should probably say bye to all chat. I don't really want to go, but... I should probably crack down on this outside of stream and just finish it.
Oh yeah. I still have GameCube games. Oh yeah, shit. Wait, I'm supposed to run the ads now, aren't I? Hang on. Let's run ads for 3 minutes, and I'll see you guys in 3 minutes.
So yeah, I'm just going to mute this. So I'm just going to grab the audio and just... So I'm muting myself here. So we still get the video playing. Then I'll just relink these clips. I'll relink them. And yeah, that's what I do.
So that's a bit inelegant doing what I just did, which is cutting the audio, then lowering it. Like what I really should be doing is using the pen tool to lower the audio. It just means the clip doesn't get split for no reason, because now I've split the clips up. It's actually very messy what I just did. But oh well, it works. It works for a quick job. A quick shitty job, I guess. 12 PM, so it's late. Yeah, it's late. I might actually have to like call it quits on this video, but I don't want to. So editing on stream like really does slow down my editing speed. So I did make some progress here. We made some progress, but if I were editing off stream, I would have already finished, I think. So that's good for me to know that it does. So I was a bit too what do you call it? I was a bit too naive about how much this would slow down my editing. So I thought like, yeah, I'll just edit on stream and we'll get it done in time. But it turns out I'm much slower editing on stream. So that's just good to know, I guess. I didn't know that. I didn't know it would slow me down so much. So I will probably do editing streams in future, but not when I really am under time pressure. But anyway, this was good though, because otherwise I wouldn't have streamed. So actually, I take that back because yeah, I need to go live today. I mean, it's a stream day today. It's Thursday. I mean, it's Friday. I'm supposed to go no, it's Thursday. It's Friday now. But anyway, it was Thursday. I'm supposed to go live today, so I'm glad I got a stream out. So that's important to me to get the streams out. So I'm glad I got the stream out, did some editing at the same time. It's actually pretty productive for me. I hope you enjoyed the stream, guys. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I think I will say bye-bye now, because it is 12 PM. Let's not make this a stay up until 3 AM stream. Let's be clever. Let's be clever. So I could probably stay up for another hour just getting the video out, so I might try and... I'll either go to bed right now, or I'll stay up for an hour off stream finishing the video. Not sure which one I'll choose. I might finish the video, I don't know. I'll only be able to choose when I close the stream down, then I have clarity. I have post-stream clarity. You got money towards your Switch, so it was a good stream. Hell yeah, Theropocalypse. Of course it was, yeah. We got a huge dono. Thanks for the stream, keep it up. Thank you, Firemoth. Yes, I'm keeping up the discipline. Have a good night, see you next time. See you, Colby. So yeah, what I'll do now is continue this edit off stream, get it finished. Thank you so much for being here today. This was a very productive stream because I was killing 2 birds with 1 stone there. A bit of an edit and a bit of a, you know, bit of a stream at the same time. Woo! I think the stream was cool watching the editing process. Yeah, so this part of the editing is cutting. So I think I will show you guys the next part of the editing at some point, which is, I mean, not for this video, because this video really is only going to get cut and then with some light effects. But maybe on another video, I'll show you the next part, which is like effects. And I could show you some other things like text-based editing and stuff, I guess. But yeah, we'll just see how it goes, because most of the time the streams will be gaming, because that's what I prefer to do. But if the mood strikes me, we'll do some editing streams, because you guys do seem to enjoy them. Seems like some of you enjoy the editing. 1 AM YouTube posts may not get as much traction. I think at this point I just need to get it out, because it's like late. It's like late. Like the YouTube Direct was yesterday, so I mean, sorry, the Nintendo Direct was yesterday, so I just got to get it out now. Anytime sooner now is better than later. So even though like 5 PM might be the best time to post a video, not when it's time sensitive like this. Like this just needs to get out. Like I'm already late, so. Feeding 2 birds with 1 hand, exactly. That's more nicer than killing with the stones. That's true. I'm feeding 2 birds with 1 hand over here. I'm going to use that now instead of killing 2 birds, because why am I killing 2 birds with a stone anyway? That's mean. That's mean. My friend started saying it and I decided to adopt it. It sounds less violent. True. What if it wasn't birds, like killing 2... you know, it could be any... Imagine it being anything else than birds. Like killing 2 dogs. Killing 2 dogs with 1 stick. They would be like, whoa, what are you talking about? Because it's birds with a stone. It's like, yeah, that's normal. Yeah, we're all out here with stones killing birds. That's what we do. Anyway, gamers, thanks so much for joining today. I had a wonderful time editing with you guys. And yeah, you guys kept me company. We had a huge support from Firemorth at some point. And huge support actually from other people. We got some Prime subs and subs. Thank you, Therapocalypse. Thank you, Coripion, for the tier 1 and the Prime. Thank you so much. And thanks for all those that followed me today. We had quite a few follows as well. And anyone that's lurking, you guys are awesome too. If you're watching on YouTube and enjoy the content, please like, subscribe, hit the bell button. My socials are down there in the description box. Join the Discord if you're not joined already. And until next time, bye-bye. Now, you will be seeing this video, like, very, very soon, so keep your eyes out for that if you want to catch up with the Nintendo Direct and see how the final pass of this edit came out. And the thumbnail. Oh, I didn't show you guys the thumbnail. Hang on. I'm going to show some of you guys the thumbnail, a sneak peek. Because I already made the thumbnail today. It was part of the work. Thumbnail's part of the work. So I made this while Premiere was lagging out my computer earlier today. So there we go. I'm just going to show you this. That should load. There you go. So there's the thumbnail. No, that's not the thumbnail. Hang on. That's the thumbnail for this video. Hang on. Technical issues. Wait, that's the wrong thumbnail. Hang on. I got up the real thumbnail. Oh, I see what I've done. I see what I've done. So here's the real thumbnail. There you go. There you go. That's the real thumbnail. Woo! Nintendo Direct, Nintendo Switch 2, woo! There you go. So I got a crowd whooping. I got sparkles sparkling. I got myself over there looking very handsome. Yep, that's definitely me. He's definitely not someone else. It's me. See, we're the same. Same person. Next video is going to be about how good Premiere Pro is. I'm going to riot. Anyway, yeah, this is my Nintendo Direct thingy. I'm not going to get sued. Look, I'm celebrating the Direct. I said lots of good things about... Other people said really bad things about Nintendo. They're like, why are they trying to greedy steal all our money? I was like, wow, I'm so excited. Like the whole video, I was like, I'm so excited for this. I love Nintendo. So they should pay me, really. Nintendo should be paying me for this service. I'm literally giving them good lip service while everyone else is dragging them through the mud for their price rise. But I was more understandable. I was like, yeah, the inflation's 30%, so makes sense they're charging 30% more now. But yeah, anyway. Time to go to bed. Bye-bye, gamers. That was a sneak peek of the thumbnail. I hope you enjoy. Bye-bye.